It's time to tee it up and kick it off. It's time for the Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week. Presented by Hatch Toyota. Sports Zone Radio brings you unmatched coverage of football from around the White Mountains and beyond. No one does it like Sports Zone Radio. And now you can live stream HD video of our broadcast coverage exclusively at sportszone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio mobile app. All part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. The Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota. Chaz Hatch refuses to lose a deal over $1. Hard-hitting broadcast coverage of White Mountains football is up next. Now, let's take you out to the field and join our broadcast team for tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome into this broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota, part of the Friday Night Football Show. Welcome into the Tot Workman Dome. There go the captains. Out to midfield, that's number 16, Round Valley. Gets set to host the number 12 ranked Safford Bulldogs. Do we have that number right, or are they 13? Our graphic might be a little bit off there. If it is, we beg your pardon on that. It's approximately number 12 for the Safford Bulldogs, and this is a big night for Round Valley. As you see them celebrating, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the month of October, isn't it? And you got plenty of pink there on both sides with the pink towel, the socks, and we're about ready to go. We're going to see and get that coin toss here in just a moment. The gentleman that will be handling that coin toss is the referee. And it looks like for tonight it's Brian Lang. You see the umpire right there on the other side of the gathering, and that is Chance Sneed. And I make the assumption he's the umpire. That's his general position. So the coin toss was won by Safford. They have elected to defer to the second half. Of course, the Elks will take the football. And we'll get to see their offense first here in this one tonight. Round Valley is going to defend the left side of your screen. We don't really mind one way or the other too much on those, do we? When there simply is no wind or sun or anything like that to deal with, we just go ahead and play the football games inside the friendly confines of the Round Valley Dome. And trust me, they're not very friendly when you consider how tough they make it on their opponents to win football games here at the Dome. Well, folks, my name is Floyd Simmons. We're just about ready for the kickoff. We'll get it going in a moment. The 3-3 Round Valley Elks, the 4-3 Safford Bulldogs. And I do want to mention that I don't have a broadcast partner tonight per se. B Squared Byron Brown unable to make the trip on this one. So I'm kind of alone, but I'm kind of not, because Derek Simmons is going to join me from time to time as well. And Derek, if you don't mind, I'd like to check your microphone out. Derek's our producer, and he's also the guy working that camera look that you're seeing from the field view. Hey, Derek, let's see if we got you. Wow, your microphone is super loud. But Derek, welcome in from the sidelines right there.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you some good looks down here. You got Coach Baca right here, head coach Brad Baca. And I'm getting pushed by the official. So,
well, every time I go to Derek's microphone, you're going to get not only Derek, but you're going to get a little extra dose of the crowd here as well down there. That microphone's pretty dynamic and picking up a lot of noise as the opening kick gets sent to about the 7-yard line where it checks up, and the Elks are going to pick it up near that spot and break a tackle or two. And this one will go out across the 25-yard line to just about the 30-yard line, near the 30, where the Round Valley offense is going to come out and start to get their work done early on in this one. We welcome you all into this broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota, everybody, and couldn't do it without Hatch. Much thanks to the great people down at Hatch Toyota as we get rolling. It's going to be the Elks on offense after the opening kick taken back by Brody Crick a moment ago. And that'll be a fake and a keep and yardage to the 35-yard line. Gain of 6 yards on the play Connor Luker has taken over at quarterback for this team. You see number 11 right there, and he gets tackled as he decided to pull that one, keep it, and it worked out nicely. A 6-yard gain on the play for Connor Luker. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4 now, 2nd down and 4. And the Elks will come out with a 3 wide receiver set, 11 personnel, and there is a give left side for first down yardage. How about 13 yards for Brody Crick? Brody just a sophomore, and Brody early on contributing big and helping his team move the ball to near midfield. They'll be down at the 48-yard line. A brand new set of downs coming up for Round Valley, and you see Brody just pick his way through as the offensive line got their job done and helped make some room for the young man to work in the middle. So underway. First and 10 for the Elks on their own 48-yard line. For the first time this season from the Round Valley Dome. Fake it, Luker, keep it, and another first down gain. The mark is going to be at the 40-yard line, so that one is going to be 12 and maybe just shy. Let's call it 11. 11 yards to gain. The line of scrimmage will be the 41 of Safford after you see that work done again. There's the quarterback keeping it himself, and so it's becoming obvious what Brad Baca and this Round Valley team has decided is going to be their offensive look now, playing with the backup quarterback. They're going to go heavy dose of run and a lot of option, and Brody Crick will gain 2 yards. He goes to the 39-yard line. Crick down right there. The tackle makes it 2nd down and 8. 2nd down and 8. Safford Bulldogs in town here in Eagar, Arizona. You watch again as Brody tried that left side, and just a short gain on the play. Once again to work goes Connor Luker. This time it's 2nd down and 8. And more first down yardage. Crick again. Crick for 10 yards. And this Round Valley running game has come out, and they are on fire early. On fire early in this one. Brody Crick once again carrying the ball. So it's been Crick or it's been Luker the entire time on this opening possession for the Elks. And why not? Why not? Successfully, they have moved the ball downfield and moved it to the Safford 29-yard line. This 4-man front for the Bulldogs is having a hard time figuring out what Round Valley is doing in the blocking schemes and whose responsibility it is on the options and so forth. And we'll get a early penalty right here, false start, or illegal procedure on somebody there before they could snap it on first down. So they move back 5 yards. Round Valley at the Safford 34-yard line, first down and 15. And fake it. Luker again. It's kind of the 1-2 punch, isn't it? And it'll be a nice gain. Gain of 11 yards. The pickup this time to the 23 for Luker. So the 5-yard penalty didn't affect a whole lot. Didn't hurt too much. And that'll set it up 2nd down and 5. 2nd and 5. For Round Valley, they didn't quite give him the spot to the 23-yard line. So the Elks will send 2 receivers split out to the right. Somewhere in here, they're going to fake it, pull it, and throw it. Right, run the true triple option on that, with the throw being one of those. Brody Crick gets hit a little awkwardly, got folded backwards a little bit. Brody ends up with 9 yards on the rushing play because this Round Valley team can't be stopped. And he'll go to the 15. Watch how he finishes on this. And, well, maybe it wasn't as awkward as I thought it. Looked like maybe he had the legs rolled up under one guy, and he kind of got pinched a little bit. But, no, that's okay. He worked out okay. Going to get somebody else involved in the running game. It won't go. It won't go. This is going to be a loss of a yard on the play for a first time here today. Loss of that yard on the play. 2nd down. Check the ball carrier for you. Yeah, give me a moment, and I'll get that for you. Our roster is missing in action. Welcome in, sports fans, to the Round Valley Dome. It's now these days known as the Tot Workman Dome. Brody Crick hurdling one guy. And Crick for a gain of 6 on the play. So lost that yard a moment ago. On the running play, they had given the ball for the first time to Gavin Pettit, a junior running back. He lost that yard, but it was all picked right back up by Brody Crick, and Crick gains the 6 there. You see, 3rd down and 5 for Round Valley, but the Elks have had very little issue converting on this opening possession. And they have burned a lot of clock as well. They have now taken off 5 minutes of clock. Crick, he'll try to go left, somehow trying to work his way back in, and no, that's not gonna happen. Brody didn't get much out of it. He got 2 yards. 2 yards, and finally the Safford defense has forced a 4th down on this opening possession. It'll be 4th down and 3. The ball at the 13-yard line of Safford for Round Valley's offense. After a steady 1-2 punch of Crick and Luker running the football, are we looking at the first time today that Round Valley will throw the ball? That running back game has been very successful. They're going to stretch it right side, and they do a great job to get the yardage necessary. Needed 3, got exactly 4 to the 4-yard line. And Brody Crick, the sophomore running back, picks up the necessary yardage, converts it for a 4th down pickup, and Round Valley, brand new set of downs now inside the 4, inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Look how much time has run off the clock. The clock has stopped 1 time on a penalty, and that was just briefly because then they wound it again to get it going after they marked off the penalty. So half the first quarter has been burned already, and a little more is going to get burned as the ball gets knocked from the hands of the quarterback and then recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. And the guy that recovers the Connor Luker touchdown is J.J. Logan. Logan opportunistically hovering out there in the end zone. The ball got punched out as Luker was going down at the 1-yard line. It gets punched out, and right there is his teammate to cover it up. We've got us a score early on in the game. Round Valley leads 6-0. Point after try is going to be wide right, no good. Never really got much on the kick. And so Round Valley will have a 6-0 lead here. As you take another look at the touchdown. First, the fumble. It comes out. It's in the end zone. Logan's got the touchdown. We've got a timeout. Everybody stand by. 5:51 on the clock, first quarter. It's the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Have you heard the big news? At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, we are bigger and better than ever. With our newly expanded emergency room facility and capabilities, we are even better equipped to handle your urgent needs with the care and efficiency you deserve. Discover the new standard in healthcare right in your backyard. Choose White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, where specialized and emergency care are now within reach.
Hey, have you heard the rumor that the free Lifeline phone program has ended?
I got some great news. It's not true. Cellular One is still providing free phones and unlimited talk and text nationwide, plus 5 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Wow, free unlimited talk, text, and 5 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Want to see if you qualify? Just visit your local Cellular One store today. You can walk out with a brand new smartphone and enjoy the biggest, most reliable network on the Navajo Nation. Cellular One, keeping you connected for over 30 years, and we're here to stay.
Safford picks up the kickoff. The ball rolled around, picks it up at the 5-yard line, and a very modest return. Good coverage by Round Valley on special teams. And you can hear a penalty called on the Safford return team after Jace Jamison brought that one back to about the 15, so they'll march it back on half the distance to the goal line, and they're also going to mark it off from the spot of the foul. So the ball is marked at the 2-yard line. The 2-yard line. And just like that, Safford finds themselves operating not only with a 6-0 deficit where their defense got pushed down the field the entire way, they're also working in a situation where, they are in the shadow of their own goal line, and they're hoping that Carlos Arbizo, the starting quarterback, he's started the season as the backup quarterback. Starter got hurt. Arbizo came in, and then he got hurt in the same game. That was against Sabino. And then they went to their third-string quarterback for a little while, and now Arbizo is making his way back in as a starter. And look at this, from the 2-yard line, you got to go back half the distance as it gets marked off on an illegal procedure penalty. And so the ball is now resting at the 1-yard line for Arbizo and this Safford offense. Round Valley crowd making some noise. Ball goes straight up the middle. And not a lot of running room. Tiny bit of breathing room for Tegan Baldwin. Baldwin gets the one lost on the penalty a moment ago. So just a 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9 from the 2. And Baldwin will join with his other teammates in a 2-man backfield. Jarrett Hirado is back there as well. They're going to swing it out into the end zone. And look at that. Great job to pierce the defenders and gain about 6 yards on the play. Dangerous, I thought, play design, but give it to Jace Jamison, who catches that ball in the end zone. Might have even been a backwards pass, but he knew his job. He knew the assignment. He was determined to take it upfield. He split those defenders and gained a little bit to get his team some breathing room. So now, 3rd down and 5. 3rd down and 5 from the 7-yard line. It's Safford with the ball on offense. And a whistle.
Dead ball. Offsides lined up in the neutral zone. Black.
And I think you hear that. There's a offside penalty on Round Valley's defense. We'll see if after they march off the 5 yards, how close that is to gaining a first down. The referee is going to come out. That's Brian Lang, and he is going to have a look at. He's going to have a look at where the ball gets set after they mark the yardage, and say it's just short of the first down for Safford. So 3rd down and something less than a yard, and I would say even less than a foot to go. Didn't have to bring out and measure. 3-man front, should be plenty of room for the quarterback. It is. That's going to be about a 2-yard, make it a 3-yard pickup on the 3-yard gain. Yeah, on the quarterback sneak. So the new line of scrimmage for Safford is the 15-yard line. Boy, I tell you, when they were working on first down, they got a 1-yard gain on that play, and then they swung a pass out to the right side where he was caught in the end zone. And then Jace Jamison, he busted out of there and gave him a little bit of room, and now they've got the first down. They'll try a little speed sweep action. That doesn't go a whole lot of anywhere. It's Cole Yench, the guy that carries the football. And Cole is able to pick up 2 yards on the play to bring up 2nd down and 8. Check that Round Valley defense. And, well, the initial contact to help make the play and slow it down was Connor Luker. Quarterback is playing defense. He'll be on the wide side of the field. That's the left side of the field now, and he is covering the slot receiver on that side. Early movement. I thought the defense moved first, but the officials are going to nail the offense on that one. Might be interesting to look at again because, boy, that was a big jump by the left defensive end. You know, these fast and smaller edge rushers for Round Valley got off the line of scrimmage fast. I guess we don't have a look at that. But it really felt like it was almost a 50-50. Who jumped early? Offense or defense? The officials say those guys on offense. So move it back 5 yards. It's now 2nd down, and they actually marked it as 2nd and 14, and that is going to be a near safety. Ball gets thrown. It is intercepted on the sideline. So it might have been a safety. Wrap him up and bring him down. You get the 2 points. Force him to throw, and you're going to get a little bit more out of it. Is that Brad Baca with the big celebration on the sideline? I don't know who that was, but one of those coaches was going nuts for Round Valley. Loved it. And why wouldn't they? Interception. Round Valley's going to have the football Marker is down. That's going to be a sideline warning. Remember, the sideline's only like 4 feet deep here on the Round Valley home side. It's kind of hard not to get in trouble that way. Maybe came out a little bit too much celebrating going on there. And the ball is taken away. Round Valley's got possession. We're going to go back and look at that again here in a minute because I want to give credit to the young man that came up with the interception. So the Elks have it back. Second possession of the night for them. 3:19 on the clock here in the first quarter. Mix 98 KRFM Sholo. It's the broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio. And here's a give. And there isn't much happening right there on the right side for Kyle Clark. Clark gets his first action of the night, and then Kyle will come off the field. He's just unable to find any room to run there. No gain on the play, so mark it again at the 26-yard line where this possession began. For Round Valley, slot receiver goes to the left. That's the wide side of the field. And for a first time, Luker is going to throw, and he swings it out of the backfield, and a nice catch. Great adjustment. Tackle made inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be something in the vicinity of a 17-yard gain to the 9. And coming out of the backfield to make the catch is Brody Crick. And watch the adjustment by Brody right here on this pass. He's got to turn all the way around. He's got to spin and maintain his momentum going up the field. That's just something a natural athlete and only a natural athlete can really come up with. And Brody able to turn that into a nice gain and give his team first and goal at the 9-yard line. Motion across the formation. That's Jeffrey Cochran, who's yet to carry the football today, yet to get a pass reception. Fake it to the right. Follow Cochran around the left side. That's going to be your quarterback carrying the football once again. And not much happening, not much going on for Connor Luker. Watch it again. Interesting play design. Cochran kind of overran his assignment there. Had he dropped in a little bit closer on the line there and found that block, might have helped this guy do more. Luker keeps again, and he'll be right at the 4.5 yard line, maybe something like that. A gain of about 2.5 yards on the play. The nose of the football is at the 5 yard line. The tail of the football, how's that sound? Nose of the football is past it. So the back end of the tail just to the near side here with now 95 seconds remaining in the first quarter of the action here tonight at the Round Valley Dome. Our Derek Simmons made a prediction I'm going to ask him about if Round Valley is able to punch this one in here anytime soon. Made a prediction about this game before the game. Here is a gift, left side, the cutback, and Brody Crick is going to get held up at about the 3 yard line, so maybe a yard picked up on the play. And for the Elks, that brings up now an all-important fourth down. Fourth down and goal to go. The ball at the 3 yard line. I don't see any sign of Coach Baca sending his special teams out. No sign of a field goal try straight ahead. It's all or nothing right here for Round Valley. And that running game, which has been pretty stellar in their first 2 possessions, it's gotten them to the 3 yard line. We'll see what they're able to do with it right here. The one time they did throw the ball, pretty good looking effort, resulted in that big first down that got the ball inside the 10 yard line on the catch by Brody Crick. A great adjustment we saw. Hey, can we go back to that interception or not, guys? Can we look at that? Round Valley ending the so far only Safford possession they've been able to get in the game. They've had it one time, a very short-lived possession that ended on an interception for the Round Valley Elks. And I missed that number. I missed the number of the young man that came up with the interception. And I know our guys are digging right now, digging in and trying to figure out if they can flash that replay for us here. Take a look. Here's that interception. I'm going to watch closely coming across the field. That is so hard for me to tell. I think it's Jeffrey Cochran. I think it's number 24 with the interception. So we're going to go with that right now until we get corrected. Yeah, we got the confirmation. Our team did get it together. It is Jeffrey Cochran coming across playing safety. and he gets that interception right there. Last time we covered Round Valley, he was our Sports Zone Player of the Game. And guess what? He's going to make a catch right here, take it into the end zone. He was in the end zone. That's a touchdown for the Round Valley Elks. And the Elks are on the board again here with 34 seconds remaining in the first quarter. So Cochran gets the ball back for the team on the interception, and then fittingly at the end of the possession, he is able to make the touchdown catch on a 4th and goal, by the way, right? 4th and goal from the 3-yard line. The catch is made, and the score is registered for the Elks. Here comes Connor Luker. He is going to try to break the plane, and I think he did. He did. Took a little extra effort to get it in, but the Elks want to make up for that missed point after on the first touchdown, and they do. Luker takes it himself. He's done a lot of the heavy lifting in this first couple of possessions for Round Valley. They've had the ball twice. They've scored on both possessions. You see the touchdown to Jeffrey Cochran. And while we now await the kick, and you take a great look at this crowd here at the Tot Workman Dome. I'm going to try to wave and see if you can see. I'm way at the top waving. Woo! Oh, and that's Rochelle Austin giving us a hand here today. And, well, dancing like they do in Eagar. Let's check in with Derek Simmons for just a quick second. Derek, you made a prediction about this game before. You said that this game could go really fast, be kind of a short game because these teams are going to run the ball a lot and the clock's going to be moving a lot, and that's exactly what we've seen so far.
Yeah, but I don't know if that was a genius prediction because backup quarterbacks for both teams. But I did call the 2-touchdown game, and I'm wanting to take that back already. I think it's going to be a lot worse than that.
So you thought Round Valley would win by 2 touchdowns, and they're making it look like, yeah, could be bigger. All right, Derek, thanks. Here's a kind of a pooch kick on the kickoff try, but whistles abounding, and Round Valley may have jumped offside on that. And indeed, they got ahead of themselves there, so move the ball back 5 yards. And with 34 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter at Tot Workman Dome, the Elks are going to line it up and kick it again. This time they'll kick from the 35-yard line. Well, thanks for joining us on our broadcast coverage of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Thanks for being with us here on our Facebook page. If you're listening on radio and you want to watch the live video, you've got to go to the Sports Zone Radio Facebook page. That's where you find it, the Sports Zone Radio Facebook page. Here's the kick fielded at about the 12-yard line. Jace Jameson is going to get out to about the 30 where he goes down. Tackle made there for the Elks, who have a comfortable first quarter lead, 14-0, and looking like a classic Round Valley team, aren't they? I mean, they don't have their starting quarterback, which would go a long way toward the explosiveness of their offense, particularly giving them more big play capability. But the offense looks just fine with Connor Luker running essentially an option look for the team today. There he is playing defense. He'll line up on the inside receiver. Luker is, from what I can tell, part of the 4-4 second level of the defense. He'll come in and help out on a tackle. On the running back. Also helping out on that tackle was Mason Arona. Mason Arona helping to get there, and the guy that carried was Tegan Baldwin. Baldwin reels off a 9-yard pickup. And the longest gain from scrimmage in this first quarter for Safford. They'll get one more snap and give it to Baldwin again. His knee might have went down after a 2-yard gain. The whistles come out. After a 3-yard gain, actually. And they'll mark him at the 42-yard line where the first quarter comes to an end, and Safford approaching midfield looking for their first points of the game. For Round Valley, they got the ball twice, they scored twice, and they lead 14-0 at the end of one. Stand by, everybody. Back in a moment with more from the Dome. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
The factory challenge is on, and Hatch Toyota in Shomo is stepping up. The factory has challenged us to sell 50 new Tundras by the end of the month. And guess what? We're gonna crush it. Every single Tundra, in every trim, every option, and every color will be sold at factory invoice. You heard that right. You pay exactly what we pay, straight from the factory. You see? save thousands. We'll even show you the factory invoice. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price you'll find anywhere. This is your chance to drive off in the toughest, most reliable truck on the road without breaking the bank. The challenge is real, and the savings are massive. The clock is ticking. Get to Hatch Toyota in Show Low today and take advantage of factory invoice pricing on every new Tundra before time runs out. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and online at HatchToyota.com. Official automotive sponsors of the NFL. Get the best deals of the year during the Factory Challenge.
Thank you to Hatch Toyota, presenting sponsors of the Sports Zone Game of the Week broadcast. We're at the Round Valley Dome, the Tot Workman Dome. There was early movement to the line of scrimmage from the motion man for Safford, but no flag thrown. And the quarterback decides to try and run away from the speedy Round Valley defense, and Arbizo is unable to escape. Round Valley all over the play, and among those guys chasing it down, Gavin Pettit. Gavin Pettit getting there defensively for Round Valley, make the play, call that a 1 yard gain. 1 yard gain. Second down and 9, straight ahead. Safford lining up at the 43 yard line. Their own 43. And from under center, Arbizo will run the option, fake the first guy, pitch it out to the left, and that's going to work out nicely. It was a really good run after possession by the running back. He had to break a tackle or two, and well, one way or the other, it ends up being a 9 yard gain, as you see it there. Just doing a good job running through that first contact. And the yardage produces that first down for Safford. The Bulldog ball carrier was Jarrett Hirado, and Hirado helps move the chains. So Safford has it for the first time in Round Valley territory to the Elks 47 yard line. Arbizo backpedaling. He's going to be flushed. He'll make the connection. And a nice little turn up field after making the catch. That's going to be Cole Goodman. Goodman on the reception, and Cole ends up with a nice little pickup. Cole gains 8 yards on the play to the Round Valley 39 yard line. Take another look at it. There it is. And the tackle eventually was made by Connor Luker. Put the stop on him, but an 8 yard pickup on the play. Second down and a couple to go. Give it on a fullback look right there for a gain of 6. Credit this time to Tegan Baldwin. Baldwin the carry for Safford, and Baldwin able to advance it to the 33 yard line. Several of those Round Valley defenders getting in on the action. A first down opportunity coming up for Safford. We've got 10 minutes remaining in this first half. This clock has had very few reasons to stop. There's one right there, and it's going to stop momentarily while they mark off 5 yards against the offense. False start, about 3/5 of the offensive line, it felt like, moved early on that. Let's see. Well, there's one. That was the left tackle. And then I think the right guard also got a bit of an early jump. But one way or the other, mark it out 5, and the clock rolls again. We go under 9:50 remaining here in the first half. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report comes up at the break. First down and 15. There's your fake. Arbizo wants to throw, and he'll hit the receiver in the flats for a nice little gain. Turn it back in, and near the 15 yard line. That'll be a terrific pickup on the play. Give credit to Cole Yench for a nice run after catch. And they do mark him at the 14 yard line. So about a 19 yard pickup on the play. And it was right here he decided, I'm not going to go down. I'm going to get a little more out of it if I can. Cochran applying the maybe touchdown saving tackle right there. And mark it at the 14 yard line for Safford. Up the middle it goes. Baldwin the carry. Tegan is unable to get a whole lot out of it. Defensively for the Elks, getting there and helping make that play was Mason Arona. Arona lining up on the inside as a linebacker. He is a junior for Round Valley, and he helps hold Baldwin to a 1 yard gain. So Now 2nd down and 9. The ball at the 13-yard line. From the shotgun, there's a mix-up in the backfield. Arbizo's going to have to do something. He's looking for somebody to throw to. And he just has very few options. Defensively, Round Valley gets to him, and it's Kamari Earhart who grabs a hold of the jersey and wouldn't let go. Acting like a Bulldog himself. Latching on and just wouldn't let go of the bone. And that'll be a 6-yard loss on the play. I can't call that a quarterback sack. I don't think he was intending to throw. I mean, he ended up eventually saying, yeah, I'd like to throw, but I think the design was a run. So I don't think you'd call that a sack. Arbizo wants to throw this time back across the middle of the field dangerously, right? You don't want to make that throw. You don't make that throw. And stepping across to help you figure out why you don't want to make that throw is Lane Hill. Lane at 6'1" and 200's got some good size, and more than anything, he's got that good reach right there. Almost. He got 2 hands on it. Almost came away with the 2nd interception in the first half for Round Valley's defense. As it is, pass deflection stops the clock with now a 4th and 15 for Safford. They're back to the 19 of Round Valley. They really need to make good on this opportunity for points. Only their 2nd possession of the game. And that is going to be Arbizo getting swarmed under and a 2-yard loss. That'll be a quarterback sack this time. And you got multitudes of Round Valley Elks players getting there and making the play. Let's see who we want to give the credit to. And I believe that's jersey number 32 finishing up. Mason Arona with the initial contact, and Gavin Pettit I have as the guy with the credit for the sack and a turnover on downs. So the 2nd possession in what has been a very fast-moving first half, 2nd possession for Safford ends just like that. They moved the ball nice. They got into Round Valley territory, kept it alive, got inside the 20-yard line, got inside the 15, got it to the 14, and that's as far as they could advance it. Connor Luker is going to lower the shoulder, and let's see who can get the low man on the play, right? Pad level, get it down there. And you'll watch the defender come up, Cole Goodman. And who can get the lower of the two? Goodman got lower, but quarterback running more like a running back. A 5-yard gain on the play for Luker. Well, he's a receiver, right? And receivers are supposed to run hard after the catch. So kind of running in that fashion. 7:05 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report comes up at halftime, and Round Valley wants to spend their 2nd timeout. Their 2nd timeout here of the first half, I believe. They called a timeout earlier. And in fact, yes, they did. We'll have one timeout remaining. We'll fix that scoreboard graphic right there if we can. Well, we thought we could earlier, but doesn't appear to be working out exactly for us. One way or the other, I can assure you that Round Valley does have just 1 timeout remaining. Safford's got all 3 of theirs. We'll grab a timeout real quick, everybody. This is the Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Your neighbors and friends won't have to fake their enthusiasm over your new wall. With the durability and strength of precast Verticrete walls from Hatch Concrete is a solid investment. Enhance your property's value with a 2-sided decorative concrete wall that's as stylish as it is affordable. No yearly repairs or restaining needed. Request a free estimate from Hatch Concrete today, where quality isn't just a name, but a tradition.
Hey, back to it, everybody. You saw that home run ball that Round Valley went for. We'll take another look at it right here. Watch Cole Goodman. He's the defender that gets a hand on it. Cole, I got some advice. When you're going to punch the ball, don't hit it in the air. Don't knock it up in the air. Round Valley almost had a chance on the tip drill to pluck that one out of the air and take it the distance. And here is the true run pass option. Fake it and throw to the right for about a 2-yard gain on the play. The pass by Connor Luker. The reception for Round Valley, it belongs to Staten Wilson. Wilson, the catch, the very short result of it, and then the tackle made there. 4th down at 3 now coming up for the Elks on offense. We'll see if the punt team makes an appearance for a first time today. Neither team has punted the football. Round Valley with their 3rd possession of the game, so they have so far been perfect with possessions. The first 2 times resulted in touchdowns. Time
almost halfway through the second.
Time-chewing possessions for Round Valley. Safford's only had the ball 2 times as well. And we get a delay of game on 4th and 3. They move back 5 yards. So for first time today, this punt team will genuinely punt on this one, won't they? They're not going to try to draw Safford off. And perhaps that's what they were trying to do there, and they took the penalty. And instead, 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. There's the high snap. Jeff Cochran is able to bring it down, and on the run, the catch is made at the 40, not the 43-yard line. And this tackle is going to be made after a short return. I thought with all that momentum after the catch was made by Manuel Dawson, I thought that was going to go a good distance, but Dawson was only able to take it to the 34-yard line. You watch it again, he'll make that catch right there at the 43. And I don't know, you feel like you got a little speed, just kind of go straight ahead, go downhill that entire way, right? Well, Safford's got great field position for their 3rd possession of the game. They'll be at the 34-yard line of Round Valley. And that is going to be a short pickup. Everybody on defense showing up to take part in the tackle for Round Valley. Gerardo, the ball carrier. Boy, that was some great blocking up front. Somebody got pancaked on the front end of that. And unfortunately for Safford, they were unable to take advantage. I'd like to see, we're going to go back to that play. I want to see the pancake block, or whoever that was that kind of blew up the linebacker. It was a 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7, flip it out to the right side. That's Gerardo again. He'll cut back inside an edge block. Got a good block from his receiver out here on the near side. That was well done. Is that Cole Goodman with the terrific block? I think it was. And it's a 14-yard gain on the play for Gerardo. He did a great job to play off that block on the edge and turn it into a nice gain for Safford's first down. Watch the block down here. Well, that's the previous play where we saw the block up front. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking in the right spot. We'll go back to it again later. Thanks to Big Joe Matthews, Joe Mama, our technical director, for giving me what I asked for. I just wasn't ready for it. And then we'll take another look at the block later on the edge out here. Going to swing it back. That's a backwards pass. It's going to be completed, and it's going to end up resulting in a 1-yard loss and hurt the rushing average for the young man there, Manuel Dawson, who caught the pass. And how do you like the work done by the quarterback for Round Valley? Connor Luker is able to shed, look at that, come off those 2 blocks and make the tackle. That is just terrific work by Luker. And we find ourselves at the 4.5-minute mark here in the second quarter. Speedy first half. 2nd down, 11 to go. Flip it back. Just not going to go anywhere. Tegan Baldwin gets buried. And your hero for the moments for Round Valley, where's the double 6s right there? Give all the credit in the world to Cody Finch. Cody Finch, 6'2", and we don't have a weight listed for him, so let me say 6'2" and 190. I'm going to go 190 on that young man. Big loss on the play. Swing it out to the near side. Goodman has it, and he got caught by the turf monster around the 19-yard line. Reached up, grabbed him before he could even get back to the original line of scrimmage. Only it ends up being a 4-yard gain when it should have been a whole lot more. It just got tripped up out there. Watch it again. I mean, nobody there, and just kind of kind of a little mix-up. His own mix-up, his own feet got in the way there. So it's 4th down for Safford. They've been in this spot, similar spot, already at least once today. And Arbizo will drop back to throw in traffic. The catch is made, and, a nice job, but couldn't keep his feet. It ends up being an 8-yard gain and about 4 yards shy of yardage necessary for the first down. Really terrific catch by the receiver. He'll watch it again, and the guy, Jace Jamison, is the guy that made that catch. So it's going to help his statistics a little bit. Unfortunately, it's going to be a turnover on downs and possession back to Round Valley with 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the first half. So, 14-0 lead for the Elks. They've got the ball at their own 10-yard line. The 4th possession of the game for Round Valley, and it's going to begin with a nice Cody Crick run out to the 24-yard line. Crick for 14 yards. Nice shifty run. Found him a nice lane to run around the left side, just inside that tackle. And then he was able to do the rest himself. And you'll see right here. Just a great job. Great job of blocking all the way around. Coming up to the second level is Cody Finch. Mentioned him a moment ago defensively, and then he comes up and gets the linebacker to give his guy a nice little lane to run, and we end up calling it a 15-yard gain at the end of it. There's Crick again. This time he has to go over the top of his offensive lineman teammate. Kind of getting there to really plug it up, and he might have been at the bottom of a block, but Zayden Sanchez for Safford. Right there, you see, he's the guy that forced the runner to slow down a little bit by just kind of getting in the way, and sometimes that's the best prescription. Just get in the way. So no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. 2 minutes and 5 on the clock here in the second quarter. Fake it on the speed sweep. And the quarterback pulls and keeps it himself. Connor Luker to the 31-yard line. Connor, a gain of, we'll say 6 on the play. 6 yards the gain. 2nd down and 4. On the way, 1 minute and 49. You see it there on the clock until halftime. Empty backfield now for Luker on 3rd down. Steps into a throw over the middle. Wide open. Pass is caught. There goes Jeffrey Cochran. Not going to catch him. Cochran all the way for the touchdown. There is a marker down in the backfield, and it is going to erase a 69-yard touchdown pass. But for a moment, Jeffrey Cochran is feeling on cloud 9. It's about to dissipate and go away. What a great play call. What a great route. And an absolute dime thrown by the quarterback. And it's not a hold. It's an illegal man downfield penalty. They marked that off 5 yards here. They will mark it off 5 yards in a moment. And we'll zone right in here. This look is not going to show you the illegal man downfield, but it will show you a beautiful pass. A little sidearm action, wasn't it, by Connor Luker, and he found his guy in stride, but it does come back. So mark it back. It'll be 3rd down all over again, 3rd and about 9 or just under 10. And the ball is just a shade past the 25-yard line. A marker is coming out once again. Sideline warning. This time it's going to be a sideline penalty on Round Valley, and Coach Baca he's asking for a discussion with the referee. He clearly does not agree with the decision to flag his team, which is, it's a big penalty. It's a 15-yard mark-off. Yeah, from the line of scrimmage. And they did not mark it half the distance. They marked it 15 yards. That's interesting to me. Why wouldn't you mark that? Why wouldn't that be? Well, maybe they did go half the distance. Maybe they did. I'm going to take back my comment for a quick second, because I see the linesman on the far side was lined up at about the 20.5-yard line. And that's going to bring out a timeout for Safford. And we'll grab one as well with 90, make it 87 seconds remaining until halftime. The Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
So on third down and very long, about third down at 24. This pass is not caught. It was that over-the-shoulder thing, the Willie Mays catch attempt by Brody Crick. We're used to seeing him run the football out of the backfield, and they lined him up on the outside and gave him a shot running downfield. And it was a really good pass. Let's just give a lot of credit right now to Connor Luker, but these are tough catches to make by these young men at this level. But I bet you if you give him that shot 2 or 3 times, the majority of the time, Brody's going to make that catch. It'll bring up fourth and 25, and it'll bring Jeffrey Cochran out on the field to punt for a second time today. And he'll let this one go. It's a decent kick, low one, and it's fielded at the Round Valley 45-yard line. Jensch has it, and he is going to get hit hard on the second. Second ever broke one tackle and then got pummeled pretty good as he crossed the 35 to about the 34-yard line. It will be Safford's football, only their fourth time to get the ball today. They have not yet been able to turn any of these possessions of theirs into points. Let's see who made the big hit at the end of this one. And it's right there. I'd love to give some credit, and I think I owe that credit to Round Valley's Joa Brown. Joa Brown, I think he's only a sophomore. Here's the carry up the middle. And that'll be a 3-yard gain on the play. That is going to go back. It's been a little bit of time since we had seen a run up the middle. The ball carrier was Tegan Baldwin, and he gained 3 on the play. Second down and 7. The ball at the Round Valley 34-yard line. Step into a pass on the near side. It's caught. A couple of tacklers evaded, and then everybody gets there defensively from Round Valley, but not before a first down is picked up on the play, and that'll be an 8-yard advance up the field for Safford. This time, you're looking at Dane Jacobson, a sophomore for the Bulldogs, with his first catch of the game. Dane able to move those sticks for Safford, who will ask for their second timeout now. So they'll burn the second one. Round Valley's got one timeout left. Our timeout graphic not working for you right now. We apologize for that. But Round Valley's got one timeout. Safford's got one timeout. We stay right here, right, Mr. Technical Director? Thank you for that. Okay, so we're going to stay right here on a 14-0 lead for Round Valley. Approaching halftime, the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report is coming up at the break. We'll break it down a little bit for you here at the half. A home and very important home matchup for Round Valley against Safford. The Elks scored touchdowns on their first 2 possessions, but their last 2 have resulted in punts. So Safford has figured out a little bit about that Round Valley offense, and as mentioned, have come up with a stop the last 2 times the Elks have had the football. Safford's got it now. We'll see what they can do. While we wait for Safford to set their offense, I want to say a big thank you to our very own, the Sports Zone's own, Rochelle Austin, who is working the broadcast with us today and she's running a scoreboard for us, because the scoreboard here at the Dome is not compatible with broadcast services and equipment that are used by the Sports Zone. And so we have enlisted Rochelle to work with us. Here's a pass down the middle into traffic. Dangerous all the way, and it's intercepted. That belongs to Round Valley. Room to run down the right sideline, and driven out of bounds just shy of midfield. The Elks have their second interception today, and this time it's J.J. Logan. Logan with the big defensive play that complements a touchdown that he scored earlier on in the game. He scored the first points of the game for Round Valley on a fumble recovery in the end zone, and this time he's just playing center field back there. Able to track it down, and just a bad decision all the way by the quarterback, and Round Valley makes some pay. So the Elks get it back. Can they do something with 16 seconds remaining here in the first half? And I like their look on the near side. They're playing press coverage. Safford is. They're not going to run a go out of that, though. They send the inside receiver long, and then they'll complete a pass. Luker will throw a pass, complete it, and call timeout with 7 seconds remaining in this first half. And the catch, you'll see right there, the catch was made by Jonathan Madrid. Madrid hauls it in. He gets the 5 yards on the advance. And that's right to midfield, by the way. So 2nd down and 5 coming up from that spot. Meanwhile, there is a Safford Bulldog down on the field. And if Round Valley, well, they would probably have to call a timeout anyway, but if they had known that the play was going to stop anyway, the clock would stop. Maybe they wouldn't have called a timeout as quickly as they did. They have spent their final timeout, but only 7 seconds left, so you get one shot at it right here. And what do you think? What do you think? A little trickeration maybe, guys? A little hook and ladder, maybe a little something, a little couple of flip it downfield. Where's Derek Simmons at? Where's the Sports Zone's Derek Simmons? He's on the sideline. We got him mic'd up. Hey, Derek, give us a play call here from Coach Baca. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I like the trick play. Maybe a hook and ladder. I don't know if you just said that. We were kind of communicating about other stuff. But I did hear you say maybe a trick play. I'm actually really impressed tonight. Connor Luker is looking more and more like a quarterback each week, and tonight he's looked pretty good.
Yeah, if Coach Baca, is worth his salt, he's going to develop his quarterback. It doesn't matter who the guy is, and Connor Luker does indeed. I agree. He looks more and more like what you want a quarterback to be. Every time he gets out here, he's got an empty backfield. Might very well be the final play. So they run a wheel route around the left side to Brody Crick. He was the solo receiver on that left side of the formation. It's incomplete, and Coach Baca will have a chance to call one more with his guys. Pretty good play design. We'll check and see. That one just got kind of held up a little bit at the line of scrimmage. Who knows if Crick had maintained a full head of steam as he broke from going lateral. Maybe Brody beats that defense back. Maybe that is not an overthrow. 2 seconds remaining in the first half. Tonight's big matchup at the Tot Workman Dome. And 3rd down and 5, our situation. Throw it quickly, hook and ladder. Just what you thought might be coming, right? Brody Crick ends up with the ball in hand after the catch was made early. It ends up being about a 15-yard gain to close out the first half of this one at the Dome. Round Valley strikes quickly early, scores on their first 2 possessions of the half, but then Safford able to stiffen up that defense and keep Round Valley from any further damage. But they themselves obviously haven't found any success, have not found their way into the end zone just yet. And a long halftime break is on the way for you, everybody, here from the Dome. We're going to step aside for just a moment. We'll return to break it down on the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime reports. It's 14-0. Round Valley ahead of Safford. The Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Man, nothing beats a good tailgate before the big game. But you know what else is unbeatable? The 2024 Toyota Tacoma, best-selling small pickup in the U.S. for 19 years straight.
Yeah, the Tacoma's a total MVP, man. It's got that rugged toughness on the outside with a sleek, modern interior that's perfect for everyday driving.
Totally. Plus, it's got amazing off-road capability. Whether you're hitting the back roads or telling your toys for the weekend, the Tacoma's got your back.
And inside, it's stacked with advanced tech, super comfy seats, and the safety features are top of the line.
It's no wonder it's been dominating for nearly 2 decades. And right now, during Hatch Toyota's Kickoff to Savings, you can drive one away starting at just $349 a month.
No way! That's a winning deal. I might just have to grab one before the game.
Hurry up, man. Hatch Toyota and Show Lowe's where the action's at. It's game time for savings.
Rush to Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and at hatchtoyota.com and take advantage of our Kickoff to Savings event. Official automotive sponsors of the NFL.
On approved credit plus tax, set a license, $5.99 documentation, and $210 edge fees. Lease Tacoma SR5 for 36 months with $25.99 to assign.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Hey, Lifeline phone users, important news flash. If you don't use your phone regularly, it could get deactivated. Remember, use it, don't lose it. Call, text, or go online weekly to keep your free benefit active. Cellular One is here to keep you connected with our free Lifeline phone program, offering unlimited talk and text nationwide, plus 5 gigabytes of high-speed data. Stay connected with the largest, most reliable network on the Navajo Nation. Visit your nearest Cellular One store or mycellular1.com for details.
Your neighbors and friends won't have to fake their enthusiasm over your new wall. With the durability and strength of precast Verticrete walls from Hatch Concrete is a solid investment. Enhance your property's value with a two-sided decorative concrete wall that's as stylish as it is affordable. No yearly repairs or restaining needed. Request a free estimate from Hatch Concrete today, where quality isn't just a name, but a tradition.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
536-597-2 Mountain Mobile Auto Glass Cash Back. Woohoo!
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It's homecoming at Round Valley High School. And a very busy halftime going on for the home team, the Round Valley Elks. Welcome back in to take a look at some of the action out there on the field today in this one.
He helps with the Round Valley Animal Shelter with their events. He plans on attending EAC.
We don't have our stats like we normally would in tonight's game, so apologies on that. I can tell you some basics. For example, well, the Round Valley Elks do have a 14-0 lead right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus and Olivia.
So you've got You've got that for sure. Touchdowns in this first half for Round Valley. Well, they belong, first of all, the guy that scored the first touchdown was J.J. Logan. He recovered a fumble as Connor Luker tried to score from the 4-yard line. He was able to get to the 1, and he was going down. Safford was able to punch the ball out. And the recovery in the end zone that you're looking at live on our broadcast right there was made by J.J. Logan. Logan gets that credit for touchdown. And it was 6-0 after that. The kick failed. Well, after Safford threw an interception on the ensuing possession, and you'll see that come up again here in the highlights in the next play or two. And there it is right there. There it is right there. Not sacked. Didn't go down. Throw it up. And Jeff Cochran makes the interception, and it was fitting that Jeffrey would get his number called at the end of the play as he would catch a touchdown here in a moment. You see a swing pass out there to the running back, Brody Crick. And there's the touchdown pass to Jeffrey Cochran. So Cochran with the interception that started that sequence, and then he finishes it with the touchdown catch. 2-point conversion by Connor Luker made the score 14-0, and after that the teams would be a battle and a textbook case of futility from that point on. And that has been the watchword for the entire night for Safford. Their offense has been unable to get anything done. But if there's any good news, it's the return of that quarterback right there. He has struggled a little bit, but making his way back into the lineup for Safford is Carlos Arbizo. Arbizo, the senior quarterback, who delivers that completed pass right there. His receiver on that play, Cole Yench. But they just couldn't close any of those deals that they made out there on offense. Could not get the ball in. They gave the ball up on downs a couple of times within scoring range. They also threw 2 interceptions in that first half. The Elks, the defense, a little bending, but no breaking for sure for them today. Well, I want to let you know about our next broadcast, our next Sports Zone Game of the Week broadcast. It'll be Show Low Cougars football as the Cougars host Monument Valley next Friday night. And that'll be at Show Low High School. We'll have the broadcast for you right here at the Sports Zone. So we invite you to look forward to that coverage next Friday at Show Low High School. Now, I'm not going to be there because I'm going to get to take a trip back to the Midwest. Watch my son David Simmons play some football next weekend. He'll be playing on that Saturday. I'll be leaving on Thursday. And so you get to enjoy the Friday Night Football show, which I will participate in, but not the Game of the Week broadcast next Friday. I won't be a part of that. The rest of our team will be there. And B Squared Byron Brown will be on the call for us here at the Sports Zone. So that'll be next Friday at Sholo. And my son David has, he's in his freshman year at Carroll University in the outskirts of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And last week he made his first ever start for the team, and since then has just entrenched himself as a starter for the club. He'll be starting again tomorrow as they take on their opponent, which I believe is called Park University, or North Park University. Park University, I guess, is in Phoenix. This is a Chicago football team that he's going to be facing called, I think, North Park. So they'll be playing that tomorrow, and then next week against a team called Augustana, the Vikings, and I'll be out there to watch David and team play that. So I hope you enjoy all of our activities next week that don't include me. You probably enjoy them a lot more. I get it. I understand. Well, here at halftime, 14-0 the lead for Round Valley. You see the second of those interceptions that this team came down with. So J.J. Logan and Jeffrey Cochran, these two guys, each have an interception and a touchdown. How about that, huh? How about that? J.J. Logan making himself a candidate for the Sports Zone's Player of the Game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And we will announce that for you coming up in our postgame. And thank you to White Mountain Regional Medical Center, all our great sponsors that help make these broadcasts possible for you. Thanks for joining us on the Sports Zone's Facebook channel. There is no YouTube channel at present. Send a letter to YouTube, would you? Rally behind our cause. YouTube. They just make arbitrary decisions, and they've certainly made one that's affected us lately, taking down the Sports Zone's YouTube channel. 14-0 our score, 14-0 Round Valley in front. We're going to grab a timeout. Sports fans, we'll return with more of the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report right after this.
This could be your best vacation ever. Start with 2 nights at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. Then add 2 premium tickets to see Mr. Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace the first night you're there. And if that's not enough, let's add 2 tickets to the National Finals Rodeo the very next night. What? When you choose Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint to replace your insured windshield, everyone gets steak dinner for 2 at Cattleman's Steakhouse and 2 movie tickets. And right now, everyone, cash or insurance, gets their name put in the hat to win a vacation they will never forget. 2 front section tickets to see Garth Brooks live at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. And 2 tickets the next night to see the National Finals Rodeo. If you have a broken windshield, you know the jingle.
5, 3, 6, 5, 9, 7. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass cash back to you. Woohoo!
2 trusted names have joined forces to help you save money and buy with confidence. It's a Carfax one-owner super sale at Hatch Toyota Pre-Owned Center in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. Everyone knows one-owner cars, trucks, and SUVs are the best used vehicles money can buy. But how do you find them? Just say, "Show me the Carfax," and you'll be able to see the accidents and service records reported to Carfax, along with a price that's based on the vehicle history report, with all major manufacturers represented: Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Dodge, Ram, to name a few. All in stock and ready for immediate delivery. One-owner pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs that are thoroughly inspected and reconditioned to feel like new. Many still have their factory warranties in place. Take it from Carfax. Nobody sells a better used vehicle than Hatch Toyota Pre-Owned Center.
Hi, this is Chaz Hatch. Get our statewide low price guarantee on every new Toyota. Find out more at hatchtoyota.com or visit us today at the Northern Arizona Auto Mall in Show Low.
Approved credit plus tax and license and $5.99 documentation fees. Lease with 36 months with $3,599 US plus 210 fees.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Round Valley's to the Round Valley Dome. A 14-0 halftime lead for the Elks over the Safford Bulldogs. Is it a must-win for Round Valley? I don't know if it's a must-win, but I'll tell you what, it's a really, really, really would love to have a win tonight for the Elks. Who knows? Maybe they would switch spots with Safford in the rankings. Maybe Round Valley would jump to like 13 or 14, and Safford would drop a spot below them if Round Valley holds on and gets a victory tonight here at the Dome. I don't know. Who knows? The algorithm, it's mysterious. Meanwhile, it is halftime, everybody, and we're going to grab you one more timeout and then come back with our final halftime thoughts and get you ready for the second half of what's been a pretty speedy game. These 2 teams have run the ball a lot. They haven't stopped the clock a lot, and it has certainly made for a very fast. I think we played the first half in less than 55 minutes total time on the clock. Less than 55 minutes. That's a very fast half of football when you haven't reached a point of a running clock. And maybe when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about what the running clock rules are. I got a tutorial on that from Chuck Copeland a couple of weeks ago, and we'll see if I can remember exactly what Chuck told me. Grab a timeout and continue with the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report right after this.
You know that excited feeling you get after you buy a car? You'll walk around it 5 or 6 times checking it out. You send selfies to your friends. You grab your family, friends, and coworkers the next day to see your new car purchase. Did you feel that happy when you were going in to buy it? Hatch Toyota's thinking is that you should be just as happy before you buy it as you are after. We start by not doing something. We do not have commissioned sales reps. At Hatch Toyota, we believe in non-commissioned product specialists. They're salaried, so they have no reason to pressure you to do anything. They understand that a great customer experience will lead you to telling your friends and your family about your experience. So when you're approached on the lot or in the showroom, you don't have to panic. Their task is to help you find the best vehicle for your lifestyle and your budget. Hatch Toyota Product Specialist, keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years. Or shop online all the time at hatchtoyota.com.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality surface, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
Multiply your back-to-school savings with Naked Mobile's 3 for $35 deal. Buy 3 months of our $35 unlimited talk and text plan and get a Samsung Galaxy A13 free. Divide your stress, not your budget, with Naked Mobile. No contracts, no credit checks, just the best coverage on the Navajo Nation. Plus, it comes with a 10-gigabyte high-speed hotspot. Grab your free Samsung Galaxy A13 online or in-store while supplies last. Visit nakedmobile.com or your nearest Cellular One store today.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
Thanks a lot to Perkins Cinders. They present the Friday Night Football Show Hall of Fame. And one of the all-time great coaches at Round Valley and one of the all-time great players at St. John's will be set for induction into the Friday Night Football Show Hall of Fame very soon. I'm talking about Marcus Bell, who was the preceding coach before the current head coach, Brad Baca. Led this Round Valley team to a 2A state championship, and that state championship was obviously a blessing and a curse, because it is why Round Valley now has to play 3A football. Had they not had that championship, had they not had all the success that surrounded the championship the year before, the year after, that kind of stuff, Round Valley would still be a 2A football team. But eventually they would win championships there, right? And eventually they would move anyway, because that's the rule. That's what you got to move. You can't stay. Meanwhile, down on the field here at Round Valley, the teams are getting ready for the second half. Round Valley, just 1 or 2 of the players have made their return. Now 3 or 4. Now they're coming out. Round Valley guys getting out of the locker room for the second half. Safford is already out. You can see that. And we'll be heading for the second half here in a moment and wrap up the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report. Again, I wanted to say thank you one more time to our very own Rochelle Austin, the Sports Zone's Rochelle Austin. She's always behind the scenes, quite a bit behind the scenes, but she's almost right there at the forefront of the scenes here tonight, because she's our clock operator. And normally we use the clock at the facility or at the stadium we're at. So we'll just take the data right straight from the scoreboard here at the field, and it's exactly what you're getting if you were at the game itself. However, tonight we're unable to do that because there is an incompatibility between what we do and what they do here with the scoreboard at Tot Workman Dome, and so we had to call in a favor from one of our friends, the athletic director at Blue Ridge High School. That is Coach Clough, Dustin Clough. And we're able to borrow a scoreboard and bring it ourselves here. And we're operating our own scoreboard for the game. And we might be off by a second or two as we go along here. Nothing major. We got the score up there for you. And, hey, man, it's just solving problems and putting the team to work and getting some work out of Rochelle Austin tonight. So a big thank you to her. Thank you to you. Thank you to you for joining us here on the Sports Zone Radio Facebook page for tonight's broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's brought to you by Hatch Toyota. So we wrap up the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. I want to let you know that what is ahead for these two teams on their schedules. First for this team out of the South, the Safford Bulldogs. After this one tonight. And by the way, a week after they knocked off Morenci in a great game, 13-12. Well, I tell you, they had to be extremely proud of their effort in that one. And that followed up that big loss to Blue Ridge the week before. And remember, this is a Safford team that beat the defending champion Sabino Sabercats. Of course, Sabino's not what they were last year, but that was a big win for Safford. So, two wins in the last 3 weeks against quality opponents. And now here in this one tonight, they found a way to slow down Round Valley after the Elks scored touchdowns on their first two possessions. And they were able to limit them to no points from that point on. And that was the larger part of the second quarter and a bit of the first quarter. So Safford figured some things out. Can they get some more things going in the second half? Meanwhile, this is the 8th game of the year for Safford. That means they've got 2 remaining regular season games. On October 18th, they will host Thatcher in the annual renewal of that big rivalry. And then they finish up the season at Push Ridge Academy in Tucson on November 1st. That's what Safford has left on their schedule. Round Valley, the Elks have got to put themselves mentally in playoff mode. And I believe they're in that right now, and they're playing a great game. They played a great first half. 3 games remaining on the schedule for the Elks. On October 18th, they will be at Ganado. That's next Friday at Ganado. 2 weeks from tonight, they are back home here at the Dome to take on Fountain Hills, and then they get to wrap up the regular season at home again against the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets on November 1st. Could very well be the 3A East Region Championship game. It was last year between the two teams. That one was at Paul Morrow Stadium in Lakeside, and it was a Round Valley victory to win the 3A East last year. Remember, Round Valley went on into the playoffs, got a big first round win, got to the quarterfinals where they faced the eventual champion Sabino Sabercats and lost by single digits. Lost by 3 points in that playoff game against Sabino. Sabino eventually went on to the state championship. What? We're good, they say. That's going to wrap up the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass halftime report. We're ready to go for the second half, everybody. Floyd Simmons right here welcoming you into the Sports Zone's Game of the Week broadcast. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. That one's going to bounce around. Took a while to get to it. And Jace Jameson is going to get tracked down. You cannot take your time getting back to that ball. I mean, Round Valley is fast in every aspect. They're always fast. It's one of the things that it's a survival instinct here at Round Valley because they don't have a lot of numbers. They don't have a ton of kids. And so you've got to be a little hangry when you come to the game. You've got to be very physical and aggressive, and you've got to be fast if you're going to be successful, if you're the Round Valley Elks, because you're always going to be the smaller team on the field, or generally the smaller team. So you've got to make up for it with speed, and they came downhill on the kick return, the kick coverage. Now, a penalty, a 15-yard mark-off, is going to make this decent field position, but that was good coverage by Round Valley to start the second half. And we're back into it and underway at Tot Workman Dome in Eagar. And up the middle go the Safford Bulldogs for a short gain on first down. And do we have another hanky down? I don't know. Somebody was pointing at something. I got to stop. When people point, I got to stop looking. Let's see. Manuel Dawson carries, gained 4 yards on the play. New line of scrimmage, the 29-yard line for the Safford Bulldogs. The second half underway. And the Bulldogs will run power around the left side. And this time, they will call Jarrett Hirado. And he'll carry it for a 2-yard pickup just out across the 31-yard line. And an all-important 3rd down and 4. Carlos Arbizo, the quarterback, will go up under center, 2-man backfield. Reminiscent of the old NFL. And there's a power that should, I think that's going to produce a first down. They're going to mark it right at the 35-yard line. Contact was made earlier than that, but there was a nice push here. You'll see a forward push, a little bit of help from the offensive line. They eyeball it, and indeed, the crew says that's a first down. Zayden Sanchez has got his name called a couple of times. Number 58 on that offensive line, and Zayden was, hey, give him a little bit of credit. He was part of that push that produced a first down for the Bulldogs. The ball out to the 35-yard line and the clock ticking down. Both of those good for the Bulldogs. They want to shorten the game, keep the clock going. I'm sure they do. And they want to reel off some long possessions that result in points. Keep the ball out of the hands of the Elks, who we haven't seen really the big play come out yet. I mean, we did for a long touchdown that was called back. You see, by the way, the incomplete pass. Arbizo's attempt to Nathaniel Rodriguez is incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10. That did stop the clock. 10:26 on the clock. 10:26 remaining in the third quarter. Opening possession belongs to Safford here in the second half. And a toss that didn't really go for much. That was Manuel Dawson once again carrying the football. Manuel is a senior. They list him at 5'10", 164. And since he's a high school kid, the day they weighed him and he came up with 164, by the evening he was 162. After mom's cooking, he was 167. And he bounced back and forth between those numbers for the next several days. Who knows what he's weighing right now, but it's probably not 164. 3rd down and 8. And Arbizo not on the field. Passes deflected, intercepted. And the Elks have the football. There's a takedown at the end of it. Very physical tackle by the Safford Bulldogs. But the 3rd interception of the day. Had a new quarterback in, throwing that football. And the guy that came up with the interception, Jose Leon. Jose Leon is the guy that comes up with that on the tip drill. The quarterback, Dane Jacobson, is just a sophomore. He threw behind his receiver, Jace Jamison. You'll see right here, Jace got a hand on it. I think it was catchable. I think Jace has got to take some credit for that. It was a little bit behind the receiver, but probably one Jace would handle most of the time, and it does get intercepted. Now, trying to see if the offense is, yes, out for Round Valley at the end of the play. Hold on a minute now. Yeah, after the return, Round Valley's got the football. So the interception stands, the 3rd of the game for the Round Valley defense. They've got the ball at the Safford 45-yard line. And a run to the near side. The quarterback will keep it. And how about a nice gain of 9 on the play? Connor Luker has turned in a pretty good night at quarterback, particularly running the football. And he'll gain 9 right there. 2nd down and a yard to go. The ball at the Round Valley 30, rather the Safford 36-yard line. You saw the nice tackle at the end of it by Colin Ganetz, but it was still a 9-yard gain. And a whistle. Illegal motion or a false start, one of the two. I think it was I think it was motion on the offense. 5-yard mark off. It'll be 2nd down and 6 now for Round Valley. They'll go with the same look, same set. I believe the same play call from Coach Baca from the sideline. Cochran goes shuffling in motion, left to right across the formation. And the give to Brody Crick. And he is somehow able to escape some pretty good upfield penetration by the defensive line. Cody did a good job. I don't know how he managed to squirt through there and gain 5 yards, but he did. So he got all the yardage lost on the penalty. Watch right here. There was guys in that backfield. He was able to take it ahead and get some yardage there. The guy that made the tackle, Dane Jacobson, the quarterback that threw the interception a moment ago, Dane was able to step in there and help make the stop. But it is 3rd down and a yard for the Elks. And they're going to run that option. Keep it. Luker cutting back, and he's got room to run across the 25 and the 20. Jensch is going to drag him down and throw him down at about the 14-yard line. It ends up being 22 on the gain when they needed just the 1 yard. And Connor Luker just continues to churn out the yardage, running the option. Shades of Riker Marble right there. If he could find that one other gear, he might have got around the edge on that and maybe outraced Jensch further toward the goal line one way or the other. It was a nice pickup to the 14-yard line in Round Valley. Into the red zone. And the give. Crick has it. Brody's going to bust through that defense, cross the 5-yard line. Brody to the 2, gain on the play of 12 yards. And that'll go for a first down. Round Valley knocking on the door again. Brody Crick, the guy that gets him to the 2-yard line right there. Well, Brody hasn't found his way into the end zone yet today. Connor Luker has led this team rushing, though we don't have yardage. I think it's fair to guess that Connor is the guy that has picked up the lion's share of the yardage today, although Brody's had a great game himself. But neither one of those two guys, the quarterback, the running back, neither one of them have found the end zone yet. We'll see what happens here as Crick gets the carry left side. He's going to lose the ball. It's in the end zone. It's covered up by Safford, but the officials are going to say he broke the plane before he lost the ball. I think they're right on that, and that is a touchdown. Round Valley able to sneak the ball across. It's Brody Crick doing the honors, capping off this first possession of the second half for Round Valley. You'll watch it again right here. We'll see how closely we get this. Joe Matthews slowing it down. And I think it was a great call by the official. Couldn't quite see it through all of that, but saw it enough, I believe, to mostly guesstimate that he definitely did take it across for the score. Here is, look at this kick. Look at that. Look at that kick. That kick's going to deserve its own highlight right there. As it sneaks up across. The kick is good to make it 21-0 Round Valley. You watch it right here. Just get a little piece of it and just enough to get it across. That's all that matters. And with 6:57 on the clock in the third quarter, we'll take a timeout. The Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Multiply your back-to-school savings with Naked Mobile's 3 for $35 deal. Buy 3 months of our $35 unlimited talk and text plan and get a Samsung Galaxy A13 free. Divide your stress, not your budget, with Naked Mobile. No contracts, no credit checks, just the best coverage on the Navajo Nation. Plus, it comes with a 10-gigabyte high-speed hotspot. Grab your free Samsung Galaxy A13 online or in-store while supplies last. Visit nakedmobile.com or your nearest Cellular One store today.
Time to get this second half rolling once again, everybody. 6 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter as the kick goes out of bounds off the foot of the Round Valley kicker. That'll be an illegal procedure penalty. Can't do that. You get penalized, and Safford gets the ball at the 35-yard line to begin another possession. The Bulldogs got the ball first here in the second half, but much like the first half, just could not sustain a drive. Certainly did not get points out of it. Threw an interception, the third interception that the Elks defense has collected today. It was the tip drill interception, wasn't it? And it brings up first down and 5. So Arbizo is missing. He is not out there running quarterback. The quarterback is Dane Jacobson. He'll be back to throw. And the sophomore is going to step up. And he's got all kinds of Elks surrounding him. He gets popped. The ball comes out, and it's recovered by the Elks defense. Round Valley has it yet again, and the recovery is made by Mason Arona, who comes up with the football. The fourth turnover by Safford today. The first fumble recovered by Round Valley's defense. See the guy responsible for knocking it out. And I could see who got the shoulder in right on the football. Lane Hill. Lane forces the fumble. Lane's going to get a chance to run some offense. You see him come back on the field right there, number 8. He's going to get the play call from Luker, the quarterback, and Lane will line up at the tight end on that left side. Get him out there. Watch, they're going to run him downfield and see if he can score a touchdown. That's my prediction right here. But first, we'll get a 5-yard mark off on some anxiety on the defensive line. I'm going to start saying anxiety instead of over-anxious, because that's normally what I would say or somebody might say about that situation. David Cruz, there's Carlos Arbizo. Looks like his night is done. He's got some ice treating some form of hurt that he suffered in that first half. So let's hope that Carlos is okay and makes a return soon obviously not today, but return soon for the Safford Bulldogs. They need him. They need him out there on the field as they get ready to make a move toward the playoffs. Look at this. Look at the hustle from the backside, and that is going to result in a quarterback sack. The guy that gets it, Jace Jamison. Man, I tell you, Jace came blazing out of the backside here. You'll see him track down Connor Luker. Luker did not have the feel for him right there, and he tried to escape late, but Jamison didn't let him. So it ends up being a pretty healthy loss. 6 yards lost on the play. 2nd down and 16. Straight ahead for Round Valley's offense. Be at the 17-yard line. And we've got 6 minutes and 14 seconds and counting down here in the third quarter. At the conclusion of the game, we'll announce the Sports Zone's player of the game. It is presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Well, you got man coverage here at the bottom of the screen. You can't quite see it down here, that receiver for Round Valley. Press coverage. You got the defender on an island out here by himself, Cole Gardner? I think Cole Goodman. Cole Gardner, that was an old Sholo football player. Cole getting his name mentioned here many years after he finished playing. Wyatt Reed is the receiver down here at the bottom. I just like the chances of, Wyatt running a go route. That's what you're supposed to do. It's supposed to be a hot read, man. You run that go on that side. Or just throw it out of the backfield right here, get a nice over-the-shoulder catch, and a pretty tough run after catch, producing about 16 yards and a first down. Brody Crick hauled it in, and a pretty good finish by Brody right there. 16 yards, good enough for the first down. Look at it again, just kind of loft it up there, get some air under it. And there's Brody getting it done. Yench making the tackle defensively for Safford. 3rd down and a very long 3, almost 3.5 yards right here for the Elks offense. A 21-0 lead for Round Valley. Can they add to that here? The Elks scoring on their first possession here of the second half. They scored on their first 2 possessions of the first half as well. Well, there's going to be some good defense turned in by Safford as Brody Crick gets deposited in the backfield, and he ends up losing yardage on the play. Check a couple of those defenders. The guy that got the sack a moment ago is part of the play. So give more credit to Jace Jamison for his hustle on defense for Safford. Also, Trey Gaines, just a freshman. Trey was there as well to help make the stop. And a loss of nearly 2 yards on the play. It'll be 4th down and 5. 4th and 5. Mark it at the 36-yard line of Safford. And under 4.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. This clock has just been on a steady march the whole time. Very, very infrequently stopped today. Fake it, throw it over the middle into all kinds of traffic, and that's going to result in the first takeaway by the Safford defense. It's the sophomore who's been playing quarterback. He's turned in a couple of good plays on defense as well, and that young man is Dane Jacobson. Jacobson coming across, and Connor Luker just threw into a blanket of defenders. You look at it, they're surrounding, they're all over the place. Now, 2 receivers in the wrong spot, that's going to help draw defenders to that spot as well. The backside receiver, if he just continues to run deep, and if Luker can spot that and he throws over the top, they might have an easy touchdown right there. But instead, he tried to hit the guy on the shorter route and threw right into Jacobson's hands. Jacobson will take over at quarterback. Hand it. And a gain out to the 20-yard line. Gain on the play of 6 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 4. 2nd down and 4 straight ahead. Not a lot of vertical game here tonight for either one of these teams. You heard that guy's name a lot today, Tegan Baldwin. Baldwin gains that 6. And this time Hirata will have it, and he'll cut back, and it will come right out, and it's going to be covered up by Round Valley. The Elks recover a second half fumble, and they'll be at the 33-yard line of Safford with that. It just, somebody was opportunistic and punched it out, and Staten Wilson made the recovery. Let's see from this view if we can tell who got the hand right there at the end of it. Can't really see it. Maybe that other camera look, maybe that one would show it. We'll see if we can spot it right here. Want to give some credit to one of those defenders. Hirata was putting together a nice run. Yeah, it was the guy on the tackle. It was Brody Crick. He got a helmet on the football. And that thing came right out of there. And Staten Wilson makes the recovery. Didn't Staten also, was he one of the guys that had an interception earlier in the game? So one of the 3 interceptions, now a fumble recovery. Playing a great game defensively for the team. Here is Jeffrey Cochran on the catch, and he'll turn it back into the field and gain 11 yards for a Round Valley first down. So that'll move those chains for the Elks. Spot the new first down at the 22-yard line of Safford. 3 minutes, 18 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Well, Round Valley's had the ball now for a 3rd time here in the third quarter. First time they had it, they scored a touchdown. Second time through an interception. And now it's up to Luker and company to see if they can turn this possession into more points for the Elks. Luker will take it himself around the right side. Connor is going to be down just outside the 17-yard line. So 5-ish yards, maybe 4, depending on where they finally spot the ball at the end of it. And we'll say a 4-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 6. Straight ahead. Approaching the 2.5-minute mark here of the third quarter. It's going to be an early night here, I'll tell you that, at the Round Valley Dome. This game is going to finish before everybody else in the state, I think, except those 1 or 2 games that might have a huge, huge lead from one team and that running clock. It's going to be one of the earlier finishes, I think. Here's the give on the left side, and not a lot happening right there. Check it again. I'm looking for a jersey number that I think is number 12, and it is. So for the Elks, the ball carrier was Brody Crick. Gained a yard on the play, 3rd down and 5. You still have that press coverage solo receiver on the left side of the formation like we've had all night long. Crick gets pinwheeled, but stays upright to gain 10 yards and a first down. Wasn't it, or was that did we get a keep on that play? I'm going to have to look. I didn't see actually the mesh point to see what was going on with it. Yeah, the quarterback kept it. My bad. I gave it to Crick. Right there you see the pinwheel, and then you end up seeing the finish of a 10-yard gain by Connor Luker, the Round Valley quarterback. He's had quite a night tonight. The one thing he hasn't done is get into the end zone. 1 minute and 17 remaining. Give it to Crick. Crick has scored a touchdown. He won't on this play that finds him right near the 5-yard line, so about a 3-yard pickup. But first a hold is registered on Round Valley. The guy that couldn't let go was Cody Finch. So they'll step that thing back off and replay the first down again. Round Valley will work from now the 17-yard line of Safford next Friday night. Ball game at Sholo High School. The Cougars take on the Monument Valley Mustangs. Join us for that next broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. All of this is presented by Hatch Toyota as we now go under a minute remaining in the third quarter. Luker fakes it, wants to throw, does throw. He's got a guy heading toward the back pylon in the end zone, and it's just behind him. And Jeffrey Cochran, the intended receiver. Couldn't help. That was not Jeffrey, pardon me. That was J.J. Logan, the intended receiver. J.J. tried to adjust for it. Couldn't quite drag it down. It might have been just a little bit too tall for him. Let's stop the clock with 47 seconds remaining in the third quarter. How about now? Second down coming up for the Elks. Again, working from the 17-yard line. We'll see what the mind of Brad Baca, the head coach, comes up with here on this play. Fake it, spin out, and the pass is caught on the far side of the field. Looks like a gain of about 9 on the play for the Elks, and the guy that was able to haul the pass in was Lane Hill. Hill, the tight end, drift out to the flat and make the catch. Cole Goodman among those on the tackle for the Safford defense. The ball at the 8-yard line now for Round Valley. Third down from the 8. Round Valley's going to let the time run out here in the third quarter. Final seconds will tick off, everybody. And our score, Round Valley 21, Safford nothing. Stand by for the fourth quarter. It's on the way next. Right here, it's the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Hatch Toyota will pay top dollar for your trade, whether you buy a vehicle from us or not. Get a free appraisal. Get a free Carfax report. Get a check. And we'll pay you up to 120% above Kelly Blue Book value. Hatch Toyota is buying quality late model vehicles. If it's in good shape, bring it in for a free appraisal, free Carfax report, and an instant offer whether you buy from us or not. Nobody in the White Mountains is paying more for your trade. We'll make you an offer on the spot for up to 120% of Kelly Blue Book value. Trade it in on a new Toyota car, truck, or SUV, or just take the check. This offer is good whether you purchase a vehicle from us or not. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall. Get an appraisal. Get a check. We want your vehicle and are willing to pay for it. Hatch Toyota in the Northern Arizona Auto Mall and HatchToyota.com.
Credit plus tax and licensing, $5.99 documentation fee. Plus 2 10 fees. 120% of Kelly Blue Book based on fair market trading value minus reconditioning.
Hey everybody, welcome back in. The fourth quarter about to get underway on our broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week. Presented by Hatch Toyota. I'm Floyd Simmons. Joined on this lovely night by our technical director, that's Big Joe Matthews. Our producer, Derek Simmons. Game cam operator, that would be Big Sean Ubistad. And the Sports Zone's Rochelle Austin. Here's a fake and a throw behind the receiver. Luker looking for J.J. Logan coming across the middle of the defense. And the pass was just behind him. He was open. Had a step on the defender. And I got to say, that's one you got to have. That's one your quarterback, he's got to find that in there. He got to fit that in. Now the referee might have been kind of affecting his vision there. He might have thought, well, I'm going to hit the referee in the head. Put a little bit of air, go right over there, just shave the top of Chance Sneed's dome there. He's the umpire. And drop it into your receiver's hands for the touchdown. It brings up now fourth and goal. The ball at the 8-yard line. We'll see if Round Valley can get something working right here. Luker wants to throw. Looking left, now right, fires, and that is going to be incomplete. Pass is incomplete right in front of the Round Valley sideline. And it stops the clock with 11:51 to play in the fourth quarter, and the Elks offense, it just runs out of steam right there in the red zone. And so it's Safford coming up with the stop on downs. Here's a look that you ought to be able to see the finish to the play. Well, one way or the other, even if J.J. Logan were on the field to play, when he made the catch, it appears that he made the catch as he laid out for it and he dove for it. But, he was going to be shy of the end zone anyway. The difference would be, does Safford get it on their 8-yard line or do they get it on the 2-yard line? And Safford would like to be at the 8 for sure. So young Mr. Jacobson brings out the offense for Safford, and he will line up under center. And they just hand it off to his running back on the left side, carrying the football. And as he has many times today, Tegan Baldwin gets another opportunity. We've got 11:35 and counting down remaining here in the fourth quarter of this one. Coming up after the game, we'll announce the Sports Zone's player of the game. It's brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. That's the hospital here in Springerville. And our player of the game, and maybe even players of the game, will receive a fantastic Sports Zone player of the game t-shirt from White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Catch made. Quickly tackled was Jace Jamison. Jamison for a pickup of about 3 on the play. Pretty good open field tackle. And now third down and 5 or 5.5 yards for Safford. They have gone on a couple of drives, lengthy drives in the game today, but they haven't sustained anything long enough to put points on the board. And you'll get a timeout taken by the Safford Bulldogs. Their first timeout requested of this third quarter. We'll take a timeout. The Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
Our scoreboard operator figuring out how to work on our timeouts. Here's a snap over the head of Jacobson. He's going to recover in the end zone. It goes out of the back of the end zone. That'll be your safety right there. Round Valley able to come up with yet another great defensive play. Connor Luker, the nearest man to the play. How about your quarterback is blitzing and forcing a safety on the other side of the field on defense? Ain't too many quarterbacks that are out there doing that kind of heavy lifting for their team, but if you're Round Valley, it's all hands on deck, isn't it? Your best athletes are just going to be on the field at all times. Connor Luker straight up the middle and almost recovering for a touchdown. It is a safety. And with 10:35 on the clock here in the third quarter, the Elks are going to receive a free kick from Safford. They'll free kick from their own 20-yard line, which means a free kick means you can do whatever you want with the free kick. You can punt it. You can kick it from a tee. You can have a guy hold it or kick it. It's a free kick. You can drop kick it. Do whatever you want to do. It's your choice. Most of the time at the high school level, they choose to kick it off from a tee. But if you have a great punter, they might do that. In the NFL, it's always a punter on the free kick, or almost always a punter. The other thing you can do with the free kick, if you're the receiving team, is you can call a fair catch, and you can attempt a field goal from that spot with no contest. The defense can't contest it. So it's like you get a free kick too. You know what I'm saying? You can fair catch the kick, and let's say it's at the 45-yard line of your opponent. You're on the short side of the field there, and then you can put it on a tee and you can try to kick a field goal. Of course, I don't know if I've ever actually seen that in my lifetime. 23-0 the score here. 23-0 after the safety. Let's correct our graphic, because Round Valley did add 2 points there, and we will correct the graphic. 23-0. The Elks in front of Safford here on this beautiful Friday night. You know, it's so beautiful. This game could have been played outside easily without any issue whatsoever. Yes, the word is issue. Just like tissue. If you're going to blow your nose. It's not tissue. There's no H in there. So, just trying to help. Comes a very high kick from Safford. And Brody Crick brings it back and tries to find his way to midfield, and he gets knocked down and driven back after he got to the 47-yard line. And Round Valley takes over the football again after their defense rises up and makes a big, big play. Safford ranked number 12 in the state. Turns out the graphic is correct. So whoever put the graphic together, you are a superstar. Round Valley, number 16 in the state. What do you folks think is going to happen here when this is all said and done? Who is going to be? Where will Round Valley be after a victory if they can hold on to a 23-point lead with 10.5 minutes remaining? What do you think, good people? Luker has it. Luker, the guy that scored the 2 points on the safety or forced the 2 points. I wonder who gets that. I wonder if anybody gets that. I wonder if you're the nearest guy. Do you get the credit for the 2 points? Because it's got to go to somebody, right? You can't just give them to the defense. I think somebody gets the points. And if you're a person out there that has any idea who that somebody is it the nearest guy? Or do they just give it to the whole defense? I don't know. I would love to know. So if you have the rules and you really know, why not make a comment on the Sports Zone's Facebook channel? Boy, look at that effort on the sideline trying to make a diving catch. It's incomplete to the near side of the field. A little bit of credit there to Staten Wilson. Well, after the 1-yard gain a moment ago, the situation is 3rd down and 9 for the Elks. The Elks sitting at their own 48-yard line. Well, there hasn't been a lot to cheer about lately for Round Valley. They made some noise on the safety. Here's an incomplete pass that will help to keep the crowd somewhat subdued here at the Dome. Got a great shot before we rolled our open sequence to start the broadcast of the largest flag indoor anywhere in Arizona, I believe. I believe that's an accurate statement I make. And we'll look at that. There it is. That flag, and I don't know if you're going to be able to appreciate just how big that flag is, but it goes from the 40 to the 40. So that's 20 yards. That's 60 feet long or something in that neighborhood of 60 feet long. That flag is amazing. I don't know that this was an intentional fake punt. I don't think it was. It was more a high snap and a 10-yard gain by the punter, Jeffrey Cochran. He gained just enough for the first down, so Round Valley will keep the football here in the fourth quarter with 9 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock. Big thank you for joining us on our radio broadcast. Mix 98, 98.5 FM, KRFM Sholo, the broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio. So Jeffrey Cochran gets 10 yards rushing on the play. As you look at it again, the very high snap, here comes pressure up the middle, and he says, you know what, I think I can beat you to that edge over there, and he does. Cochran picks up the first down. He complements an earlier interception and touchdown catch that he's made. Here is a soft pass over the top of the intended receiver. It is no good out on that far side of the field. The intended receiver for Round Valley was Kyle Clark. Kyle Clark on the attempt. And it's incomplete. 9 minutes, 26 seconds on the clock as that stopped. Stop the clock for a moment. 23-zip. There's your lead for Round Valley. Next week, next Friday night, Show Low Cougars football. The Cougars will host Monument Valley. Will have the broadcast right here for you at the Sports Zone. There is contact made a yard behind the line of scrimmage. So Clark again with the opportunity. And he lost a yard on the play. 2nd down and 11. Well, you ran into, you know, if you were Kyle Clark, you ended up running into a very, very big body out there in front of you. And we have an issue here with our rosters, so I'm going to have to get some names for you here and just throw this one up for grabs into traffic. And it's incomplete. Yench was the nearest guy to it. J.J. Logan was there. He peels himself off the deck, and he'll make his way back to the huddle. Just kind of forced it up there. See if he can make something happen. And obviously incomplete on the play. Well, to those of you who are watching our broadcast on the Sports Zone Radio Facebook page, there's a ball. Somehow that is completed. And I think it's going to be a yard shy. We might get helmet to helmet at the end of it. I don't know if it was intentional. Something. The flag came out by the official after an 8-yard pickup on this 4th down attempt. Actually not an 8. It's more like a 12-yard. Yeah, take it back. A 10-yard pick. 10-yard gain on the pass play to Cochran. Not exactly sure that that's the way it was drawn up. Got some comments on our Facebook feed. Let's see what the official has to say about this. You heard that call from Brian Lang, the referee, for personal foul targeting. It'll be a 15-yard mark-off at the end of the play and a 1st down for Round Valley. The catch held them short, and had there not been a targeting, Safford would have got it back. So let's see if we can stay with this replay through the end of the play. There's the Cochran catch. I see right where it came from. And I don't even think it was that malicious. It's just that you can't lead with the crown of your head like that. You just can't do it. And now we're going to get a timeout on the field. Coach coming out to talk. We're going to grab a timeout, everybody. Stand by with 8.5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. The Sports Zone Game of the Week, presented by Hatch Toyota.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Imagine watching your favorite team without a comfy couch to leap from when your team scores that winning touchdown, or a table for all of your favorite game time snacks, or even a media center to display your TV. Unthinkable. The Furniture Gallery, located in Snowflake, brings only the best to make your game time experience a winner. The Furniture Gallery will help make your house into a home, and they'll do whatever it takes to make you a customer for life.
Fake the handoff, throw to the end zone, and the receiver is just unable to track it down. Looking for J.J. Logan again on this play, and saw the 3 defenders giving chase into the end zone, but it was just a little bit too much air underneath the ball that time. I'll say this for Connor Luker, he's got some pretty good touch. He gets a lot of air under the ball and doesn't try to throw a line drive through those defenders. And that's something you can work with, I think. Not a lot of quarterbacks have that kind of touch. However, it does go incomplete. Stop the clock with 8 minutes, 2 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. And it's second down and 10 again from the 20-yard line of Safford. Quarterback will keep it, run the option, and lower the shoulder. A marker down behind the play. Probably a hold called by the referee for the moment. Yeah, it is a hold. And the guy that got... Well, let's see. Going to come and ask about it. The young man who got called for the hold. Well, let's see. One of our camera operators locked out his either locked out his one of our camera operators either locked out his knees and fainted, or is perhaps okay. Well, we're going to, for a moment here, we don't really have that look much, and we're going to try to get. So why don't you go and see? I'll see if I can figure out this clock. Okay, Rochelle, would you go take a look? See what's going on with Sean?
Jeffrey Cochran stepping on in, all the hands in the air. There's a flag on the play, and I see hands in the air.
Well, that's going to be a touchdown for Jeffrey Cochran on a swing pass that he pulls in from his quarterback, and we're getting medical attention for our camera operator. So one of our cameras, what we call our game cam, is at the moment, it is not available. 20-yard touchdown pass. And the second touchdown today for Jeffrey Cochran. Let's stay off that camera there if we can. Or, Rochelle, maybe you could get down on that camera and give us a hand with that, okay? And see if you could operate that. And let's definitely hope that Sean is okay. We're getting some medical attention. I don't think Sean is... I don't think it's very serious, but he did bang his head a little bit, and we're going to see if... Yeah, would you please operate the camera? Thank you. Thank you. Here's a kick. That is up and through. And we'll grab a timeout. Football fans, with 7.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter, a 30-0 lead for the Round Valley Elks over Safford, the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has a kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
In years past, when you needed expert medical care, you may have overlooked one credible local healthcare provider. White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic is your destination for specialized care, orthopedics, podiatry, behavioral health, and advanced interventional pain management. And it's all closer than you think. Located in Springerville, White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Back to the action, everybody. At 30-0 lead, we're tending to one of our teammates here who may have become dehydrated. We don't know yet, but want to say thank you to medical staff here at Round Valley High School for providing some help and attention. Now Sean is getting some food to eat, some energy food or something, maybe the blood sugar. I don't know, but Sean looks okay. We're not gonna panic too much, but certainly hope that he is okay. Looks fine. Rochelle Austin has taken over duties on the camera there, so thank you, Rochelle. And I'm not only broadcasting this thing, but I'm going to try to see if I can operate the clock. Let's see here. I think green means go and red means stop, so I'm going to give that a shot here. On the snap, on the go. Jacobson takes the snap, and he's going to look downfield and throw very deep and just out-throw everybody out there. He hurled it. And my effort to start the clock. Oh, there we go. Now I'm starting it. So broadcasting and working the clock, and we all multitask here on our team. It's just what we do. Sean looks fine. He's coherent and still very tall. Safford will work from the Round Valley 49-yard line from the shotgun. Jacobson up under center, and he'll roll out, deliver, pass is caught. Yench has it, cuts back to the middle of the field, and he is going to spin his way down to the 31-yard line. How about 18 yards on the gain right there for Round Valley? They stopped the clock to move the chains, and so I did not stop the clock, meaning I'm going to have to start it late. There's actually 7:06, so this will be fun. Now, I don't know what to do about the scoring when that happens. Not sure what I'm going to do about that, but how about that nice, nifty job of yards after catch for Cole Yench? Well done. Throw the ball, pass intercepted, and Round Valley will have the football another time. It's J.J. Logan with his second interception of the day, and J.J. is a good receiver, and he did a terrific job patrolling back there on defense of taking that one away. I'm running the clock down to the actual time, which is 6:37 on the clock. It's really hard to manage the buttons on that clock. God bless the guy that does that under normal conditions. A nice job, athletic effort by J.J. Logan, who has his second interception of the day. Round Valley has picked off Safford passers 4 times today and recovered 2 fumbles as well. 6 takeaways. There's your Holbrook Roadrunner math coming through, and here's a give left side that is going to go out of bounds into, and see, don't worry about that clock. We're just going to try to stay as close as we can because I'm trying to take care of my main job. There is 6:29 on the clock. I'm trying to take care of my main job, which is to somehow try to give a coherent call to the action on the field. But well done there as getting some time in the game off the bench. Oh, boy. Just give me a moment. We've been shaken up a little bit. Our entire routine is now called into question here. And you're going to get a penalty marked off against Safford that will take the ball further into Bulldog territory. The line of scrimmage now the 27-yard line. Carrying the football a moment ago was Gavin Pettit. First down gain for he and his Round Valley teammates. 30-0, Round Valley in front. Pettit again, and Pettit for another first down. He has stood up at about the 14. They'll say the 15-yard line. 12-yard gain on that play. And once again, we're going to have to adjust the clock for you, but it will stop to move the chains at the 6:19 mark, and then they will get it rolling again. So there's about 4 seconds between our clock on the screen and their actual clock, and I'm going to probably stop just giving you the the 4:11 on the clock here. We're going to get a timeout taken by the Elks. And so, and it actually happens with 6:04, so let's go ahead and run that thing down to 6:04. How does that sound? Do we need to take a timeout, or are we good? Stay right here? There'll be opportunities. Do we have what? Okay. Stay right here, everybody. Remind you of next week's broadcast of the Game of the Week. Sholo versus Monument Valley. We'll have that for you right here on the radio. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. So that'd be next week. We'll start to get to the nitty-gritty of things. We'll be back here at the Dome again on November 1st. Final week of regular season football. Boy, how many times has Friday, the final Friday of the season, happened in November? I'm going to answer my own question. I don't ever remember it happening. You might have happened. I just don't remember it. So a rarity for sure, and then the playoffs begin that second weekend of November. Here's a give to Pettit again, and he is going to spin out of a tackle, try to stay on his feet. Contact on him happened right at about the 7-yard line. That's where they'll mark him down, and third down on the way, everybody. Third down coming up, third and very short. Not third, second. I'm looking in the wrong spots. Oh, you want the clock to run to you folks? Okay, let's run the clock then. How about that? Now there's 25 seconds. There's 25 fewer in reality. The Elks line it up from the shotgun. And they're running a new quarterback out there. And we'll get a stoppage at 5 minutes and 18 on the clock. We'll continue to... They're going to stop it to move the chains, to run the chains. We're going to continue to run it here because the actual game clock is at 5:17, and now they've started that again. So we've got 15-ish seconds between us. Well, how about Round Valley? How about the Elks? They have checked in a new quarterback, and the guy running things does not appear on the roster, number 7. Sorry about that, young man. He'll give it to Pettit. We'll get a whistle and a very violent tackle made on Pettit. And a false start on the offensive line. As Coach Brad Bach has got a lot of his young guys out there into the game. So there is exactly 4 minutes and 51 seconds remaining, and we'll see when they wind the clock to begin. There it goes. They wind it, and I don't really care for the button on this clock very much. I try to get it started. I just can't seem to nail it while I'm also doing the call here. Fourth down from the 9-yard line. Fake it. And around the left side. I believe I'm hearing the name Caden Finch from the public address announcer. Does that sound right? Rochelle can't hear me. So I don't really know. The clock says 4 minutes and 7 seconds. The Elks line it up. They got that first down a moment ago, so now second down for Round Valley. They're trying to milk as much of this clock as they can and get this game, get it over with. Pettit slicing. It wasn't the quickest run you're ever going to see. As we get a marker down at the end of the play. More markers are coming out. Several markers there at the end of the whole thing. And what do the officials have to say about it? By the way, our scoreboard says 29, and I apologize because the actual score is 30. We got a face mask on the defense. And that's going to produce an automatic first down. Let me see if I can figure out how to add that point. Let's see. How about this? Nope, I just took a point off, didn't I? My apologies. There you go. That's the actual score, and I'm going to fix that for you again here in a moment when Round Valley punches it in for a touchdown because they're going to score, aren't they? Aren't they going to score right here? They're inside the 2-yard line with the football. Pettit has it. Pettit's in the end zone. Prediction. Success on the prediction. How about that? With 3:39 remaining in the fourth quarter, the Round Valley Elks have scored again. Let's add the touchdown. And it's 36-0. Round Valley in front. The 12th-ranked Safford Bulldogs, a shutout. And guess what Round Valley has done? They have actually now bested what the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets were able to do at Paul Morrow Stadium a couple of weeks back against Safford. That was a 35-0 win for Blue Ridge. Getting a lot of early movement. No flags are down. They're going to let them play out the point after, and the kick is wide left. So it's no good. It will stay at 36-0. 3 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And the Round Valley Elks fans are on their feet. And the fight song is being belted out by the band, as you might expect. Great night here on homecoming night for Round Valley. Hey, I know that kid with the tall kid with the dark hat right there. That is the son of our game cam operator there on camera 1. That's Rochelle Austin. Yeah, Rochelle's not doing too bad. You know, trying to fill in for a veritable all-star on the camera. I'm talking about Big Sean Ulvestad. Hey, Sean, how many fingers am I holding up? Are you sure? How about now? How many fingers am I holding up? No, I'm holding them down. It's 3. Well, Sean identified the finger. He did the identify the fingers thing that you do when somebody's getting a little dazed and confused. So, you know, that looks good. I didn't ask him for his address or his birthday or any of that kind of stuff. I should have asked him that. Safford with the return, and the Bulldogs bring it to just about the 40-yard line. This Safford team, they got Thatcher coming up on the schedule very soon. They're going to have their hands full. That Thatcher team is ranked in the top 4 and deserving of the ranking. Line of scrimmage for the Bulldogs, the 41-yard line. I guess I could run some clock down, can't I? Ran off about 10 seconds on that return, so in reality there is 3:29 remaining here in the fourth quarter. First down play on the way for the Safford Bulldogs, a 3-man defensive front for the Elks. Jacobson delivers, and it's going to skip off the hands of his receiver. Somebody did not run the clock, and that's okay. We get a running clock with a 35-point lead for Round Valley. So our clock says 3:17. I just want you to know that's off by about 27 seconds. We will get stoppage on certain things here. Well, we'll get inside 1 minute. We'll start running a regular clock at that point. So we'll let you know about that. It is a running clock now with this lead for Round Valley. Hey, did you know that if you get a 42-point lead in the first half, you get a running clock in the first half? But if it goes under that number, under 42, at any time of the first half, you go back to the regular clock. It's part of the rules. Look at that run by Yanch, and he will not give up. He is running with a mission, on a mission. He's trying to figure out some things. That's about a 32-yard gain on the play. And he was able to pick up a huge first down, maybe the longest run from scrimmage today for the Safford Bulldogs. Watch this kid run and watch him finish the play. He did not want to go down. He's a kind of carrying out and venting some of that frustration from a game that hasn't gone so well for him and his teammates. A lot of credit to him on the effort there, for sure. Swing it out. That's going to be a backwards pass. Yanch again. Why not give it to him, right? He doesn't want to go down. Now he's going to get tackled on the sideline where His helmet comes off, so he'll have to leave the field for a moment for at least a play. He's making that effort out there. Give that young man all the credit in the world for just no quit in him. His team down 36-0, and we have now a minute and 22 seconds remaining in the actual game. Our clock and the game clock are not exactly right. I think we'll be able to get that closer when we go inside a minute, because inside the final minute, we'll get back to normal stoppages and all that kind of stuff.
The after party at the lodge. The Elks are headed to Ganado next Friday.
A minute remaining. Throw the same play, different receiver, and the tackle is made around the 10-yard line. The Safford Bulldogs. Can Round Valley hang on and get the goose?
I believe that's short of the first down. Ball on the 10.
Are you familiar with what the goose is? A moment ago it was Cole Yench doing the work. Now Adrian Casillas, that receiver, getting that last pass from Jacobson. A couple of yards shy, second down, and a couple coming up. Actual time of the game, 27 seconds and counting down. And we're going to do, let's see, quarterback up under center, trying to throw a screen pass down there near the goal line, and it doesn't work out. Doesn't work out. Emphatic finish for the Round Valley defense. They're going to stop the clock with 8 seconds remaining. 8 seconds remaining on the clock. You see ours running down. There are actually 8 seconds, and we get a stoppage. And a timeout for the Safford Bulldogs with 8 seconds remaining. What a terrific defensive play turned in by the Elks just right there. Do we have another look at that? I want to give some credit here. A couple of young men, and I would also tell our team, be ready. Be ready to announce the Sports Zone Player of the Game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And let's give the credit to that young man right there on that play, Marcus Mortensen. Mortensen, the guy that led the way for the Elks. So maybe the last play coming up right here. Safford's got one timeout remaining after this one. I believe if I go like that, I can... Let's see here. Can I do it? Get rid of the timeout? Maybe not. Tried anyway to get rid of that timeout. Jacobson throwing to the end zone, has a man wide open. He beat a couple of defenders on the far side of the field, and with 3 seconds remaining in the game, the connection is made, the touchdown is registered, and it's a bitter, bitter, bitter ending to this game for the Safford Bulldogs. 3 seconds remaining. But a pretty good looking delivery right there, wasn't it? And pulling in the touchdown pass was Cole Goodman. So Goodman helps register the points on the board. And the shutout is no more for Round Valley's defense. Add the 6 to the board. We'll see if Round Valley can, rather if Safford can get the point after. They'll go with the left-handed kicker. Aiden Leon is the kicker, and everybody got there. That is blocked. Everybody, the entire offensive line, I think, checked out on that play. And so we'll have time for a kickoff. I believe that'll be it. And the Elks will get their 4th win of the season. They are going to be 4-3 at the end of this thing. Safford came in 4-3, so they go to 500 now. And it will be interesting to see what happens when the new rankings come out on Tuesday. Can Round Valley maybe trade places with Safford? Maybe Round Valley ends up at number 13. And Safford drops below them. It remains to be seen. The upcoming schedule for the Round Valley Elks looks like this, football fans. Round Valley is going on the road next Friday night. They'll go to Ganado, take on the Hornets. The following Friday, back home here to the Dome for a date with Fountain Hills, and then they finish up the regular season on November 1st, a Friday night, right here at the Dome against the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets. That's your upcoming schedule for Round Valley. 36-6. 36-6. There's a bulb missing, a bulb burned out on the scoreboard, so I thought it was 36-5 for a second there. Anybody got a Dodgers score for me? If you've got my number, why not text me a Dodgers score here? That was a big tackle made on the final play in this game with that kick returned by Round Valley, and it's a 36-6 victory. Final score, Round Valley has defeated the Safford Bulldogs. Our team will decide on the Sports Zone's Player of the Game, presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. We're going to announce that in our postgame coming up in a moment. Got some very strong candidates on that Round Valley team. So much so that I believe we'll have co-players of the game in this one tonight. That decision coming down in just a bit, everybody. Stand by for it. Our postgame wrap-up is on the way next. It's the Sports Zone Game of the Week. It's presented by Hatch Toyota. Stand by.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
In years past, when you needed expert medical care, you may have overlooked one credible local healthcare provider. White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic is your destination for specialized care, orthopedics, podiatry, behavioral health, and advanced interventional pain management. And it's all closer than you think. Located in Springerville, White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Round Valley Elks!
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
In years past, when you needed expert medical care, you may have overlooked one credible local healthcare provider. White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic is your destination for specialized care, orthopedics, podiatry, behavioral health, and advanced interventional pain management. And it's all closer than you think. Located in Springerville, White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
In years past, when you needed expert medical care, you may have overlooked one credible local healthcare provider. White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic is your destination for specialized care, orthopedics, podiatry, behavioral health, and advanced interventional pain management. And it's all closer than you think. Located in Springerville, White Mountain Regional Medical Center is your healthcare partner when choices matter.
You know that excited feeling you get after you buy a car? You'll walk around it 5 or 6 times checking it out. You send selfies to your friends. You grab your family, friends, and coworkers the next day to see your new car purchase. Did you feel that happy when you were going in to buy it? Hatch Toyota's thinking is that you should be just as happy before you buy it as you are after. We start by not doing something. We do not have commissioned sales reps. At Hatch Toyota, we believe in non-commissioned product specialists. They're salaried, so they have no reason to pressure you to do anything. They understand that a great customer experience will lead you to telling your friends and your family about your experience. So when you're approached on the lot or in the showroom, you don't have to panic. Their task is to help you find the best vehicle for your lifestyle and your budget. Hatch Toyota Product Specialist, keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years. Or shop online all the time at hatchtoyota.com.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality service, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night, 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
Multiply your back-to-school savings with Naked Mobile's 3 for $35 deal. Buy 3 months of our $35 unlimited talk and text plan and get a Samsung Galaxy A13 free. Divide your stress. Match your budget with Naked Mobile. No contracts, no credit checks, just the best coverage on the Navajo Nation. Plus, it comes with a 10-gigabyte high-speed hotspot. Grab your free Samsung Galaxy A13 online or in-store while supplies last. Visit nakedmobile.com or your nearest Cellular One store today.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
Have a mic flag? Ask him if he has a mic flag.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for Homecoming Domecoming 2024. Please be safe on your way.
We're back, everybody. And we thank you for joining us on our broadcast of the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. And down on the field, we'll be commencing our post-game festivities here in just a moment. Welcome back in, everybody, to the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Well, it's been an interesting game. You had the 36-6 Round Valley finish. You had, I think, 6 takeaways by the Round Valley defense. I had 4 interceptions and 2 fumble recoveries for the Elks. They also registered a safety on defense. They did that. They did a lot of good work today, Round Valley did. They have a lot to be proud of for sure. Safford clearly struggled in this one most of the night. They had a couple of guys with some terrific and heroic efforts for their team. Unfortunately, it's marred by some pretty ugly exchanges at the end of the game after the teams shook hands. I don't know if you saw any of that you're watching on the screen, but it got pretty chippy between the two teams. The good news is it appears that nobody actually went to the greatest extent in terms of having a fight after the game. It could have got really ugly. But it was players, it was coaches, it was not a pretty sight, that's for sure. Round Valley, at the end of a very successful night, it's just, you want to celebrate, you want to feel good about the win, and then you got to deal with the emotions that came along with that at the end. It did appear that Round Valley was able to keep their cool through all of that. But I'll say this as well, they weren't interested in backing down when the challenge was offered after the game just a few moments ago. Meanwhile, you look at some of those highlights from this one tonight, and if emotions have finally calmed down out here, we're going to speak to our Sports Zone players of the game. We'll have 2 players, and we know for sure who one of those is. we gave our input, and we're going to get some input as well on player number 2. That will come from the coaching staff at Round Valley. We also know that J.J. Logan is one of those Sports Zone players of the game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, and soon enough we'll have a discussion on that. J.J. Logan found his way into the end zone today. He in fact scored the first touchdown of the game, recovered a fumble for a touchdown. He intercepted 2 passes, didn't he? Didn't he have 2 of those passes? Interception? We didn't have stats on this one tonight. My apologies on that. Otherwise, we'd have more clear what all those numbers are. A number of guys turned in great games. Jeffrey Cochran was a player of the game for us recently, along with Connor Luker when they defeated Cholo. Both of those guys turned in great games as well. They would be very, very worthy recipients of the player of the game if we were to select them again. They were not selected in this one tonight, but you could have gone with a number of guys out there. Brody Crick had a really, really good game tonight as well for Round Valley. But J.J. Logan for sure is going to be honored tonight as a Sports Zone player of the game. And in a few moments, we'll be able to conclude that for you. Let's grab a timeout, everybody. And we'll continue our wrap-up in a moment here from Round Valley's Tot Workman Dome. 36-6, Round Valley wins it. The Sports Zone Game of the Week is presented by Hatch Toyota.
You know that excited feeling you get after you buy a car? You'll walk around it 5 or 6 times checking it out. You send selfies to your friends. You grab your family, friends, and coworkers the next day to see your new car purchase. Did you feel that happy when you were going in to buy it? Hatch Toyota's thinking is that you should be just as happy before you buy it as you are after. We start by not doing something. We do not have commissioned sales reps. At Hatch Toyota, we believe in non-commissioned product specialists. They're salaried, so they have no reason to pressure you to do anything. They understand that a great customer experience will lead you to telling your friends and your family about your experience. So when you're approached on the lot or in the showroom, you don't have to panic. Their task is to help you find the best vehicle for your lifestyle and your budget. Hatch Toyota Product Specialists, keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years. Or shop online all the time at hatchtoyota.com.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your concrete or construction needs from granite to cinders. Hatch Concrete is not just another ready-mix concrete company. We provide quality surface, quality concrete, concrete pumping, and Fox blocks where quality is not just a name, but a tradition. At Hatch Concrete, this mud's for you.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has the kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
Multiplier back-to-school savings with Naked Mobile's 3 for $35 deal. Buy 3 months of our $35 unlimited talk and text plan and get a Samsung Galaxy A13 free. Divide your stress, not your budget, with Naked Mobile. No contracts, no credit checks, just the best coverage on the Navajo Nation. Plus, it comes with a 10-gigabyte high-speed hotspot. Grab your free Samsung Galaxy A13 online or in-store while supplies last. Visit nakedmobile.com or your nearest Cellular One store today.
The gridiron is where teams come to battle and dominate. With over 5 decades of knowledge and expertise, manpower, and a whole lot of horsepower, Perkins Cinders is that all-star teammate you need to dominate your project. They deliver all things dirt, from gravel, cinders, topsoil mulch, concrete materials, and more. Want to score big? Use the one that will get you that win. Perkins Cinders is helping you get a load of this.
So the postgame wrap-up continues at Round Valley High School, everybody. Welcome back into Eagar, Arizona. Welcome to the Tot Workman Dome and the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Our postgame wrap-up gets underway. We'll be speaking with the Sports Zone's player of the game coming up in a moment That is presented to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. J.J. Logan will be honored tonight as a player of the game, and I do believe that the other recipient is going to be of the sophomore variety. I believe, but we're getting that word in just a little bit, and we will honor that young man here in short order. Back into it, 36-6 the final score. Round Valley has defeated the Safford Bulldogs. And we welcome you here again to the Dome for our coverage and our postgame wrap-up, part of the Hatch Toyota Friday Night Football Show. Next Friday, it will be our privilege to bring you a broadcast from Show Low High School. Once again, Show Low Cougars football. They take on Monument Valley. So look for that as our next broadcast coverage of the game of the week, next Friday night. There is that. How about we take a look and see if anybody has registered any final scores. We do have a handful of finals. The Show Low Cougars took care of business and had one of their best outings of the season against Fountain Hills. In fact, they did score the highest point total of their season so far, 47 points. The Cougars registered. The previous high for them was 25. They scored 25 against Paradise Honors back on September 20th. And so now 47-7, the final score tonight. So good offense, good defense as well. And a victory for the Cougars. They're second on the campaign. They are now, with the win, 2-5 overall. 2-5 with 3 games remaining. Monument Valley next Friday. Blue Ridge coming up in 2 weeks. That will be at Blue Ridge High School. And then they finish at home against the Payson Longhorns on November 1st. So congratulations to the Show Low Cougars on a 47-7 victory tonight. They have defeated the Fountain Hills Falcons. We are awaiting an opportunity to speak to our Sports Zone players of the game in this one tonight. White Mountain Regional Medical Center will present a couple of Sterling T-shirts to a couple of young men tonight. However, there was a big dust-up at the end of the game. It didn't result in any physicality between the teams and the team's personnel. But it was a little bit ugly, that's for sure. And apparently we do have some players coming back onto the field for Round Valley in uniform, indicating to me that I think very soon we'll get a chance to talk to our Sports Zone players of the game. And it looks like Derek is miking up one of those young men. And if I'm not mistaken, the young man that is toting the microphone is standout defensive player and a guy that also contributed on the offensive side as well. So let's check in and let's do some of our post-game festivities for you here live from the Dome tonight, everybody. Hey, welcome in, everybody. It's the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota, and a big win on this Friday night for the Round Valley Elks, a much-needed win. It puts them above 500 for the season. Now they're 4-3 at the moment, and we're going to speak to one of our Sports Zone players of the game after the win over Safford. Again, 36-6 the final. Round Valley gets the victory. And the young man that will speak to us now came up big for his squad out there. Number 22 is J.J. Logan, and he is one of our Sports Zone players of the game presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. J.J., how's it going, man? And congratulations on the win.
Thank you. I'm going pretty good. It was a good win. Happy we came out with it, and we really worked hard all week at practice, so I'm happy we came out with the win.
Yeah, terrific win. I thought it was a great team win for you guys. You're flying around the field, everybody contributing. The defense was stellar today. And I believe you had 2 interceptions, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 interceptions. And you also scored the first touchdown of the game. You were alert. You were there. You jumped on that ball in the end zone to score the touchdown.
Yeah.
You're all over the place, man.
I know.
It had to feel good. Tell me about the the approach that Coach gave you guys coming into the game? Because, here at the Sports Zone, we kind of feel like it's playoff time for you guys. Like, you got to treat every game like it's a playoff game if you want to be in the postseason. What was Coach's speech like, and how is he emphasizing the importance of these games right now?
Well, after we lost last week against Payson, we're like, well, we're 3-3 now, so now we really have to work hard. So after he said that, we just really focused, and this week they were a lot harder on us, so we had to just focus up and just do work.
And you did. You guys did work tonight, 36-6, the final score over Safford. JJ, you're among the group of guys that have had to kind of rise up and take the helm here after last season, after last year when you had a good, small but good group of seniors led by Riker Marble. Those guys are all gone now, and now it's up to you guys. So how have you guys taken that mantle, and what does it mean to you to be one of the leaders on this team?
It means a lot to me. I just really try to be the one that makes everyone laugh. I don't really yell at anyone. I just try to make them laugh. But, yeah, it means a lot, and with Riker gone, it kind of sucked at first because we're all young. But Coach always just let us know, you're young, you're learning, just keep working and keep learning.
Make them laugh. I like it. Somebody's got to lighten the mood every once in a while, don't they? And
yeah.
You guys, again, you turned in a great game. You particularly ball hawking out there. Tell me about the defense. Tell me about the defense overall, because as a team, I had you registering 4 interceptions and 2 fumble recoveries. What a night for the defense. How proud are you of this group?
I'm actually really proud because we worked hard all week. I mean, our safety went down earlier this week because of a hip injury. So they asked me to step up, and I was just like, oh, crap. I was kind of scared at first, but then I just stepped up, and we got that chemistry all in a week, and we just worked hard.
You stepped up, and you got yourself a great T-shirt from White Mountain Regional Medical Center as the player of the game. How about that, man? That's cool.
That's awesome.
You got to love that.
Yeah.
All right, you guys did a great job. Next week, you go to Ganado. Good luck on that. And, hey, your playoff hopes are alive and well, so keep it going, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's our Sports Zone player of the game, everybody. One of them anyway. He is J.J. Logan tonight, a couple of interceptions, scored a touchdown. This guy is all over the place. And check it out, man. He started at safety tonight due to injury, and he delivered for his teammates. He did a great job. We want to congratulate him on a job well done here tonight for the Round Valley Elks. The final score 36-6. Round Valley has defeated Safford on the Sports Zone Player of the Game of the Week. Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. I'll get it right. I'm sure that Derek will edit that little mistake out when he presents the highlights package to everybody. Let's see, what do we got? We got another couple of dudes out there. Couple of big guys. Okay, all right. We'll figure out who these guys are. We can roll with the punches here. Looks like we got a couple of those trench warfare dudes as we continue on here with our Player of the Game presentation. Back in here on our post-game wrap-up of the Sports Zone Game of the Week tonight. It saw Round Valley coming up with a 36-6 win over the Safford Bulldogs. Round Valley checked in, ranked number 16 in the state. Safford was number 12, so this is going to be a big, big help to the prospects for this Round Valley team. We got a couple of players of the game here. Guys, do the dirty work in the trenches to join us now and talk it over. And let's begin with, let's talk with the young man that's on the left of our screen, the right of their formation down on the field. And the sophomore is Joa Brown. Joa Brown joins us now as one of our Sports Zone players of the game. It's brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Joa, congratulations on you and the team's victory tonight here at home. I think we may have hit the mute button down there. We'll see if we can check on that. Tap that button. See if we can get that bad boy back in. There we go. Well, now it's off again. Just tap them. Here we go.
We're good. Oh, we're good. We got it.
Yeah, baby.
All right.
Yeah, baby. Hey, listen, man. Linemen are supposed to be the smartest guys on the team, and you guys just figured it out yourselves right there. Congratulations, Joa.
Thank you.
Congratulations on figuring it out. Hey, big game for you and the team here tonight. Big win, and I thought kind of a playoff kind of atmosphere going into the game. The crowd was here behind you the whole way. Tell us about the game, a very physical game, and the win tonight against Safford.
Oh, yeah. So we came into this game. It was actually probably the best I've ever seen our whole team come together before a game. We're all hyped up. We actually we planned to come in suits, and that was pretty fun. We all could show up, and our coaches were all shocked. It was pretty funny. I don't know. The intensity was just there. We were all flying around, hustling on defense, hustling on offense. We just seemed to get our blocks and do good. I don't know what else to say there.
Well, Joe, I got to tell you, that's a great touch. You guys all dressed up, decked out to the nines here.
Hey.
Wear your suits on homecoming.
Suit and tie. Me and my friend Connor got matching Tabasco ties.
All right, I'll take that. So out here tonight on the field, you played a great game. Your team checked in and did well. Defense. I talked with J.J. Logan a while ago. To me, it was all about defense tonight. Your offense, you did some things there, but there were some struggles as well. But on defense, I thought you guys were on point all night long. Tell me about your thoughts about the D.
Yeah, so we are a very defensive team. That's definitely for sure. We've got lots of kids that actually want to fly around, hit people, do their jobs, swarm and punish, as we say. And our offense definitely could step it up, but our defense definitely does carry.
Well done, Joe. Let's talk to the guy next to you right there. One of your also, I guess we're going to have a rare three-man Sports Zone Player of the Game presentation tonight. White Mountain Regional Medical Center is going to get their money's worth on this one. Cody Finch, the junior lineman, now joins us. Cody, how you doing? Congratulations on the win.
Good. I'm doing good. It was a big win for us. We really needed it coming off of a game we shouldn't have lost last week.
Yeah. Nice bounce back for you guys, and to do it at home as well. Do it on homecoming. You got to feel pretty happy about that. And I got to tell you, the hat is a beautiful touch.
Thank you.
Well done on that. Tell us a little bit, Cody, about tell us about the intensity of the game. Because even though you guys won by 36, Safford was they were still flying around the field. I mean, they finished a couple of strong runs, run after catch at the end of the game right there. And then it got pretty chippy when it was all said and done. What was it like going into battle against Safford tonight?
It was definitely a big game. It was very big to be back in the Dome. After coming off of a loss we shouldn't have had last year against Safford, it was definitely good to come back and win. There was a lot of stuff going on with towels being taken, and there was a lot of talking going on, and it needs to be fixed.
Okay, all right. Sounds like it. We're going to let it stay at that. Looking ahead here now, looking ahead at what lies out in front of you guys. You're in the playoff chase right now. The win tonight should see you guys move up from your 16th spot. I think you'll move up a spot or two at a minimum, as you move forward. And you've got a very winnable game next week, though it's not going to help you on strength of schedule when you go to Ganado. You finish with a couple of games after that, including that game versus Blue Ridge on the horizon. So as you look at your last three games and you think about the first objective that has to be there, get to the playoffs, tell me about what the mindset is going to be like for this Round Valley team.
So the mindset we've already talked about, it's going to be very big. We plan on playing like we do every game against no matter who we play.
Simple words, man, and I tell you, very effective. That's exactly what you guys have to do as you get ready for this postseason. Cody, I want to thank you for joining us, congratulate you on the win, and since it's homecoming, hey, go have a great. You got a pretty date? You want to mention anything about that? What's that situation?
Oh yes, I have a very pretty date.
Do you?
She's wearing my number tonight. She's one of the cheerleaders from the cheerleading squad.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, baby. Have a great weekend, okay?
Thank you, you too.
And good luck to you. All right, there's Cody Finch and his teammate joining us as well right there on our presentation of the Sports Zone Player of the Game. Joe Brown also right there. All of that presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Final score, Round Valley 36, Safford 6, the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Well, football fans, it's going to bring us to the very end of the broadcast of this Game of the Week. Mix 98 KRFM Sholo is the broadcast home of Sports Zone Radio and this here Friday night football show. We are going to have, coming up in just a little bit, an abbreviated scores and highlights show, the Ace Hardware scoreboard show. We want to run through all those scores for you here in just a little bit, but we're going to terminate now and the video presentation of the show and invite you to go and join us on our radio broadcast on Mix 98, 98.5 FM. That is the home of Sports Zone Radio, and we'll have that have a look through the scores here in just a few minutes, everybody. I want to thank our entire team. Thank you to our producer, Derek Simmons, to our technical director, that's Joe Matthews. On camera tonight for most of the game was big Sean Ulvestad. Sean, hope you're doing just fine. He appears to be doing okay after a little shake-up there in the fourth quarter. Big thank you to Rochelle Austin for her work on this one tonight. She helped us out a ton. She worked our scoreboard, which we normally don't have to bother with, but she stepped up big and kept us going with that. And also she stepped in to help on camera there when Sean had a little episode for us, but Sean appears to be just fine, everybody. For the entire crew, my name is Floyd Simmons. Thanking you for joining us, reminding you that our next broadcast will be next Friday night, and we'll be at Show Low High School where Show Low takes on the Monument Valley Mustangs. Until then, have an awesome weekend. Enjoy the rest of your football weekend. God bless you, everybody, and we'll see you again real soon on our next coverage of the Sports Zone Game of the Week presented by Hatch Toyota. Good night from the Dome.
You know that excited feeling you get after you buy a car? You'll walk around it 5 or 6 times checking it out. You send selfies to your friends. You grab your family, friends, and coworkers the next day to see your new car purchase. Did you feel that happy when you were going in to buy it? Hatch Toyota's thinking is that you should be just as happy before you buy it as you are after. We start by not doing something. We do not have commissioned sales reps. At Hatch Toyota, we believe in non-commissioned product specialists. They're salaried, so they have no reason to pressure you to do anything. They understand that a great customer experience will lead you to telling your friends and your family about your experience. So when you're approached on the lot or in the showroom, you don't have to panic. Their task is to help you find the best vehicle for your lifestyle and your budget. Hatch Toyota Product Specialists, keeping the White Mountains rolling for 31 years. Or shop online all the time at hatchtoyota.com.
When exactness is ordered, Hatch Concrete will deliver. We provide ready-mix concrete for any size job, from the do-it-yourself project to the professional construction project, delivering a variety of aggregate to suit your